businesses.
Until their client either buys or fucking dies!
Sober.
Fucking sucks.
Boring, right?
So boring. I want to kill myself.
My God. Oh, fuck. Let's see this through.
It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
Oh my fucking God, guys. Hey, welcome to the Golden Bull. Welcome to the official Golden fucking Bull. You got any doubts now about what's coming? Anybody? Anyone doubting what's coming? And how different it is and how crazy it's going to get? Really, like, how much bigger, how much longer, how much of a game changer Trump in office is going to be? Good Lord. All right, show of hands. Who knows what's going on? You saw the thumbnail. You know what's going on. Who's in? Who missed it? What are we feeling? How are we? What do we think about this thing that happened? Man, holy cow. Yeah, Marty, post those shoes on X, please. They're. I love the shoes, by the way. They're fucking beautiful. Look, we were excited for Monday. Everyone's pumped for Monday. Our afternoon show yesterday is us geeking out about it. And, hey, who freaking thought the party would start early and start like this? And this being, boy, guys, Donald Trump launching an official meme coin. It's crazy, and it's real. We're like, I think we're like 95% sure it's real. I think we're waiting for like official verification from Trump. You know, it sucks. We're at the point where, hey, he tweets it from the official account. It's on his Truth Social account, and we're still a little, let's see. Because, like, look, we've seen over the past, like, year especially, celebrity social media accounts get hacked. And then it happens. It absolutely happens. I get anybody who's questioning this. There's enough things lining up here that we're really sure this is real. We're really sure this is real. The way the website to buy this meme coin is registered, the wallet's connected to this. I believe the same deployer wallet that launched the Trump NFTs, I believe it's the same wallet that launched this token too, I think. Man, oh man, guys. I don't think anybody was ready for this. I don't think anybody, you know, the bear market was so hard. It was. The bear market was so hard, and we got so far away from what the bull market felt like that I think we forgot what Euphoria feels like. This is the first time I felt euphoria in this bull market. I'm not in, by the way. I've got no Trump tokens. I'm not going to play this thing. I'm going to miss it, and I'm fine with that. We'll talk about how we saw it and how we played it and what we're thinking about it, but I'm okay missing this one, man. I saw it early enough that I'd probably have a 3-4x right now if I bought. I'm okay missing this because this is tip of the iceberg. This is the very start. I would say this is officially kicking off the heart of the bull market. Look, when we talk about phases or stages, by the way, smash the like. Let's do that. Let's start it off the right way. All right, smash the like on the show. If you're watching on X, this is also streaming over on YouTube. It's on Inside NFTs. Still might change that title, that channel name. But Inside NFTs at NFTLDR, you can find it. Subscribe. We do this every weekend for the past year and a half. Guys, we hit actually in about a week. It's officially 18 months of 7 days a week streaming. Love it. Pumped for it. Told my wife she thinks I'm a maniac. I freaking love it. But subscribe over there. Like the show, share the show, drop all that stuff that really helps it. And a quick heads up, I am going to launch a Twitter Spaces in about 5 to 10 minutes here. Henry's going to join in. You guys are welcome to come up and chat too. This is one of those ones like I've always been waiting for us to get a good Spaces going. This is probably that one. I have a feeling people have a lot of thoughts about this thing here. So I'd love to chat with you guys about this. Boy, oh boy. Okay, where to start? Let me rewind. And still in the comments, drop who's in, who's not, how we playing. E-Rock, yeah, this was a common thing last night. Yeah, a lot of people saw this early enough. We weren't sure what was real. Okay, so this token drops at what time? In fact, we'll look at this tweet right here. 8:44 p.m. Central Time. So, almost 10 p.m. Eastern Time last night. And instantly, just, man, the hype on X, crazy. Something I haven't seen in a while. And at the same time, you guys have probably felt on X, and especially because I stream so much, I feel the numbers. I can feel how engaged people are. I can feel if people are around or not. And it's been quiet the past few days. It's been pretty quiet the past few days. So this wasn't as noisy as you might expect, especially if this dropped in like, man, the thick of things. Not to say it wasn't crazy still, but instantly everybody's looking, watching. Is it real? Is it not? And we weren't sure. People really weren't sure. Now, I saw this probably an hour, maybe 2 hours at the most late. When I saw it, it was already a $6 billion market cap. Huge number. Huge freaking number. I didn't go in. For that reason, I didn't go in. I saw my buddies chatting about it, and they'd been chatting about it for probably a good hour, hour and a half. I'm like, okay, if it's an hour and a half deep, and by the way, that's not that long for a meme coin, especially something like this where you'd assume everybody's getting in. But anyway, saw I wasn't early. Saw 6 billion market cap. I'm like, I'm all right. I kind of get what this is. I get what this means for the rest of the space. I already have crazy predictions for everything. And I'm going to sit back and just enjoy this. Because let me tell you, as we get into this, a win for a token like this, a win for the people in this token, is a win for everybody here. It is in the same way on the NFTs we see, at least last cycle, we saw big NFT sales trickle down to the rest of the space. People make a bunch of money there, and they rotate to the next thing and the next thing and the next. This is going to do the exact same thing because this was a whale feeding frenzy. A token like this that has so much volume and so much liquidity, the whales are eating right now. These guys out there, the main characters, let's say like a Frank, right? Frank DeGods, I think Frank made about $13 million on his trade. These guys are eating. We want them to eat. We should be cheering those guys on because now with that $13 million bucks, I bet you Frank's going to go NFT shopping. I bet you Frank's going to go looking for some great deals and a whole bunch of other meme coins. And we'll get to that too, but meme coins, they're all on discount right now. Everybody's selling everything they have that is liquid to get in this token. If you haven't looked at your wallet, guys, maybe a heads up. You might not want to look at your wallet this morning. It's down tremendously. Like my wallet value is the worst I've seen in months, and by a mile. It looks atrocious. If you haven't looked, actually, you know what? Just to get a feel for how impactful this token is, maybe, peek at your wallet and look at how wrecked you are right now. If we didn't know what was causing this, we might think something catastrophic happened out there, right? Like some kind of policy thing, some kind of SEC thing. Our bags are absolutely wrecked right now. And it's actually because of something bullish. Everybody's selling everything to get into this. Guys, in some of my groups, I got to tell you, some of the guys that are in our circle, one of them putting in his notice on Monday. Another one up 50, 75, 100,000 bucks, right? This is what's going on right now. And these are not whales. These are not whales, right? These are not like Frank and that level. Those guys, again, making 5, 10, 20 million bucks, and guys making a lot more than that. These are just guys who are in the trenches with us, except for Fartcoin. But Fartcoin's cooking. Again, we're going to get into all this. I got a feeling today's got to be a long stream. There's a lot going on. A lot of people just got a payday because they're taking normies' money. Normies are flying into this thing. They're jumping on MoonPay. Dude, a dude in a trailer somewhere has got MoonPay up, and he fired 15 bucks in. And when you have that happening by the hundreds of thousands of people, dude, they're feeding the guys here. They're feeding the guys. Cutie, yes. Cutie, yes. Meme coins are the mass adoption thing. It is the thing that makes sense to people. It does, believe it or not, it does, because it's gambling. And people get gambling, and they're starting to get crypto, and now they're starting to lump them together, and Trump is the guy. Trump is the guy. He's got the hardcore fans. And then suddenly, magically, he suddenly won over, I'm sorry, but a lot of people on the left, he's starting to win people over. And even if you hate the guy, you see the financial opportunity that's here right now with this guy and with crypto. I know some hardcore lefties, like, not even like lean left, we'll give Trump a chance, whatever. No. Hardcore fucking lefties who have started to warm up to this guy or at least accept what's coming, and they're looking for, kind of the positives of it. I'm like, whoa. Something's changed here. Something's really changed here. Man. Okay, so again, who is in? What market cap did you get in? And what price are you looking at? There's the official announcement from Trump. Here's his website, guys. It's gettrumpmemes.com. Do your own research with that. Find the URL. Just make sure you're safe. I don't like dropping addresses. The Yank, good morning. But Cutie, Trojan horse, meme coin season, this changed the game. Meme coins are now fair game. Anybody who was hesitant launching a meme coin because, hey, am I going to get in trouble? Nope. No, you're not. You can launch meme coins. You can do it as much as you want. You can hold whatever supply you want. You can do whatever you want here. And projects who are under the gun by the SEC, I'm thinking obviously right away cyberkongs. No worries anymore. It's over. It's over. Yeah, this changes everything. The golden bull is here. It's not just the golden bull. It's the golden bull. It's the super cycle. It's the omnicycle, and combine them all together. And I think then you're getting part of the way to what's happening here. Part of the way. The world changed, and it happened really fast. And I think yesterday, I mentioned it, but I talked to Henry briefly yesterday morning, and I'm like, dude, think back to 2000, the year 2000, and if you could picture what is happening today, you wouldn't fucking believe it. In a way you would, but it would sound futuristic. UFOs, we're getting UFO disclosure tonight. We're going to see an actual UFO, like crystal clear UFO, I think like in the daytime, like a crash retrieval. We're seeing that tonight. We have digital gold, Bitcoin. We've got these meme coins, monetizing, financializing attention. We have AI that's about to change everything. We are living in the future now. But tell me, this is what I'm really curious about this. We're living in the future. We've listed a couple pieces of that, like things that define this time and tell us it's completely different. Does your life feel different yet, though? And I'm not talking about financially if you've done well in crypto, but does your life feel different? Those crazy things, have they made an impact to your day-to-day? For me, they haven't. Other than I work in this space. So, they've changed my career. But has it had any tangible impact to your day? I would bet you it probably hasn't. But you think about those three things, and I believe those will all have a major impact to our lives, just what we do. And it's AI specifically there, but point here, I think... Oh, hang on, Benny, am I not on YouTube? Hang on, let me double check. Oh, Benny, are you looking on SlamX or are you looking on Inside NFTs? Appreciate that shouting out. Saturday, Sunday streams on Inside NFTs. That's my personal channel. Monday through Fridays over on SlamX. I'll put that up here for you guys. But yeah, Yeah, weekends over here. This is my personal channel. And then Monday through Friday. I really want this all in one space, to be honest. Like, Crypto Slam is personal. Like, it's family. But yeah. SlamX is Monday through Friday. D-Yank, I could. Is that to, like, watch offline? Because, dude, I was thinking about this. Don't mean to go off on, like a separate point here. I want to put my videos out there and let people chop it up into shorts and upload them to your own channels or something. I would love it. If people wanted to make shorts out of content and monetize it on your own, I'd be so freaking down for that. In fact, I want to find a way to incentivize that, like give people token for doing that stuff. I think it'd be cool. I think that'd be freaking awesome. Otherwise, D-Yank, let me know why. And if there's like a good reason, I'll see what I can do for that. If it's to like watch offline. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, for I gotta see where to do that because I don't know storage-wise what that'll take out or take up. Let me think about the best way to do it. Well, tell you what, if I end up doing that thing I thought of, downloading them and putting them out there for people to cut up, problem solved. Otherwise, I know, like, not to make you pay shit, but YouTube Premium lets you save offline. Let me think about that because I'd love to help the Yank. And I also want to get the shows on Spotify and Apple Podcast or whatever it's called. You know, all that good stuff. And D-Yank, dude, fuck it. Even for short term, I'd be happy to download something for you. All right, Benny, dude, good morning and thank you, sir. Sir. Dude, this is so crazy. It's hard to even know where to start. But there we go. There's the official site. Here's a look at the token. This is what the chart looks like. A $20 billion FDV. A $4 billion market cap. Now, when I saw it, and I'm going to try to explain. Oh, D-Yank, if you pay, you can save them offline. Yeah, there's an option that you can download them or save them offline already. I'll explain for anybody who doesn't know, because believe it or not, you guys know, there's new people coming in. There's new people. And especially something like this is going to bring in a lot of new people. Okay, when I looked at this, FDV and market cap were the exact same number, 6 billion. Okay? FDV is the price of the coin times however many coins there are. Market cap is the price of the coin times how many coins are actually like unlocked in circulation. It's a big difference there because in this case, a $20 billion, let's pretend that was market cap, is huge. That's really hard to move, right? You get a whole bunch of people buying in and you need so much buy pressure. You need so much volume to actually double the price. You know, when it's that high, you want to 2x it. Man, it's not so easy to do. A 4 billion market cap is significantly easier. What, 4 times easier, 5 times easier to double. Now, I hope that's not too complicated. I don't think it is. But what's happening here and what changed when it was 6 bill and 6 bill, what changed is we learned that 80% of this supply is locked up. Scary, but for right now, it helps us. 80% of the supply is locked, and it's vested in a way. There is an unlock schedule that for the next 3 months, that 80% is not going to be sold. Right? Now, that's for the team and advisors and whoever Trump and, Trump and his crew, whoever they're paying out for this thing, that's their allocation. They can't touch it for 3 months at least. And so that makes the market cap here $4 billion. Man, we'll look at market caps. We're going to look at TVLs on some of the top cryptos, but this token has room to cook still because of that alone. If this was a $20 billion market cap, I might think, okay, this is probably peak, but also it does have room to grow. For context, it's bigger. That would be bigger than Pepe. It would be bigger than Sheeb. It would not be bigger than Doge, but I think that's it. I think Doge would be the only bigger meme coin. But 4 billion, it's not as big as Pepe. It's not as big as Sheeb. There's a few other meme coins that are above it. In fact, I think right now this is the fourth biggest crypto. So yeah, Doge, Sheeb, Pepe, and then Trump. Fourth biggest crypto by market or meme coin by market cap right now. That's some context for you. Gus, good morning. Cats, that's a really good shout. Although I'm still picturing it's video podcast, but that's a really good shout. And I think when I have Anthony helping with the show more, that's going to make so much sense. So I appreciate you guys always giving that feedback. Dude, right confusion? Insane. 4 billion is insane. Out of the gate, somebody who was watching live when it launched, help me out here. When the token went live, what was the market cap? Like I'm talking if you hit this the second it went live, within a few minutes, because dude, okay, out of the gate, oh, good Lord, really? Did people really have the chance to get in here at like 200 mil, 300 mil? Is that real? Dude, okay. I didn't realize there was actually, well, okay, hang on. I got the 15-minute view right here. Within 30 minutes, this was at $1.2 billion. If you were in the first 30 minutes, you got yourself a 20x. If you were in the first 15 minutes, you got yourself a 40x. If you got it that quick, you got a 40x. Crazy. I was up, Meta. Wild. Fucking wild. The opportunity is real. Let me tell you guys again, if you missed it, maybe nobody's in their feels right now. I hope that's the case. I know how I was last cycle when I first got into this stuff and I saw guys eating. I saw guys making tons of money and I wasn't. And I got jealous. I got really jealous. I felt awful and I feel like a piece of shit for feeling that way, but I did. I felt like I missed the opportunity. I missed it. Fuck. Like, right, I'm going to have to wait. First off, I'm never going to get it. I don't know how to do this, or it's not fair. I don't have enough money to play with these guys. Right? That was how I felt back then. Damn, John. Oh man, that's incredible. Can it 40x from here? No. No. I don't think so. That puts the market cap at like 160 billion if I'm doing math right. And 160 billion makes it the biggest meme coin period. It's actually going to put it at, let me peek here, probably the third biggest crypto period, I think, right behind ETH. I think it'll be Bitcoin, then ETH, then Sol, then Trump. But right now it's Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, I believe. Stuff's moving crazy. It's getting crazy. It's harder to know for sure what's what. Okay, Bitcoin's at 2 trillion. ETH is 400 billion. Okay, Ripple. It would put it just below Ripple. Is it possible? Yep. I don't think it's doable, but also, dude, everything's changing now. Everything is on the table. Could it 40x? It could. It could. I don't think it's likely. And also, if we're saying 40x and factoring in FDV, then no. That puts this at a number, I think that makes it bigger. Okay, I'm not going to do the math. That puts it like bigger than Bitcoin, I think. I'm not going to do the math. I could be way wrong there, and that might sound stupid, but 40x I don't think is doable. I think a 2 to 3x is doable right now. Yeah, a 5x would be great. A 5x, it depends if we want to go FDV or market cap. A 5x, let's say when all the tokens are out there, puts this around Doge levels. That is pretty doable. A 5x going right now today, 5x puts it at 20 bill, really fucking doable, right? Again, look at these market caps. It wouldn't even be, let's see. It would be about it would be a top 10 crypto. It's a short time frame. Can it do it? I think we're accelerating fast, and I think everything's on the table here. But is it likely? No. I would consider a 2 to 3x here over the next few months here. I think that's very doable. In fact, I expect that to happen. So yeah, there we go. Yep. I think 2 to 4x is super doable. Do we think that the real Donald Trump stops before his crypto is the most valuable? You mean like that he dumps tokens before top or something like that? It's a wild thing we're watching here, and just a sign of what's going to come. I imagine Trump will launch multiple meme coins. And remember, Trump now has a DeFi platform. Get ready on ETH because that World Liberty Finance platform, I think it's a lending platform. He's got a stable coin. I imagine it might be a meme coin launchpad too. I know. Oh, let me complete that thought. Anybody feeling really bad about missing it, don't. And I say it because, again, I felt that way last cycle often, and I hated that feeling. And I was so jealous of people. And again, I thought I missed. I'm like, I am never, it's not a fair game. The guys with money make so much more money. Obviously, they do get earlier info. They do. But no. This is just a sign of what's going to happen everywhere. And if you weren't here in 2021 and 2022, and this is more NFT specific, but I'm going to tell you, This happens over and over and over and over again, and it happens for a long period of time in bursts. And so you should look at this and be excited that you're going to have not just another opportunity that you hope to not miss. You're going to have, probably safe to say, dozens and dozens of opportunities. And because I think this cycle's so different and bigger and more extreme, I think those opportunities are bigger and they come more often, and there's going to be so much more of them. I am incredibly bullish on this space. You guys know. And so far, I think what I've been saying, and I've been very consistent with this, I think it's basically been proven to be right. I think people are really starting to kind of get it now. And I think people might need a couple more examples. Dude, Elon Nuts, don't feel like shit. I promise you, from having been there to knowing how this works so well, dude, you will hit another. You will. There is a time in this cycle. This is the most important thing, Elon. It's where you're getting your info and how plugged in you are. If you are plugged in, and the guys here will vouch, we hit a lot of things very, very early because we do this 24/7. We miss very little. In fact, you could say this isn't even 12 hours old. It's still relatively early for this. I do think you can get in. I don't think it's too late. I think you're not, well, I could say pretty confidently you're not going to get a 10 or 20x. I do think you're going to get a 2 to 3x, and that might be over the next couple of weeks. I'll tell you this too, because I saw my bags down so much, because this sucked liquidity from everything, and I'm talking NFTs and meme coins, like everything. Look, I'm going to scroll, and I bet you're going to see red everywhere. You're going to see so much. Everybody sold all their shit to go get in this Trump coin. It's going to rotate back, and it's going to run hard. Everything. Your best opportunity right now is finding meme coins that dumped hard and going into those as much size as you can, because they're going to bounce back to where they were, and they're all going to find new all-time highs. That's your best play right now for more upside. That's my opinion. I think it's true, though. That's the play right now, is getting in these alts that dumped. Oh, dude, gas will kill you. Gas will kill you. AI is where that opportunity is. AI, we barely got it started. As big as it was, it barely got started. Yep. But even AI, AI's down $2 billion. Total market cap down $2 billion. This dude, total market cap for AI agents is going to be $100 billion plus. I don't know why my video's so shit right now, but oh wait, hang on. $100 billion plus. Probably even $200 billion. Again, even my targets, I think, can need to adjust up. Those are the coins to get in now and to see very, very fast returns here, and they're going to be big. Very well could. It very well could. I mean, again, I think a 2, 3, 4x, it's super possible. Everything took a hit. Everybody in this Trump coin, and still it's early. Hang on, let me see if Henry's around. I can't wait to get him in. Again, I'm going to kick this off in Twitter Spaces. I'll keep this going too. You guys are welcome to come chat. Juan, I think it's a fair play. Keep in mind, a bunch of whales are going to sell, lock in some profits. And I'm curious what it's going to do here. Here, like you see, this is probably somebody dumping a big amount, like locking in profits. But as the U.S. wakes up, we're notorious for dumping. I think this probably's got another really good leg up. It probably does. Moon soon. I mean, it mooned already, but we gotta, like, there's always a debate. Does FDV matter more than market cap? And a lot of people think FDV rules. Market cap doesn't matter, but I don't know. To me, it's supply demand. And there's a perfect scenario where market cap alone matters. And I think that's kind of this moment. 20% of the supply is in circulation for the next 3 months. Everybody wants this coin. I want this coin. I've got none, and I want it even here. I'm going to be a little more disciplined here, and I'm probably not going to buy it. Right? I just don't think, for me, it doesn't make sense to buy it. I am still looking at, here, let's look at something like GOAT. Oh my God. Right. Okay. Verg, I'm not buying because I think the upside doesn't make it worth my while. And I would hate to be wrong and actually lose on this. Like something that's at a $5 billion market cap is very big already. And I know the biggest reason, Verg, is because I know, I am 100% certain that the profits there are going to roll back into all these altcoins, these meme coins that all dropped. It's going to rotate back. And to me, if I'm trying to make a safer play with the same upside or even bigger upside, that's what I'm going to do. And to me, it's way safer and just as big, if not actually significantly bigger, to get in these AI coins. Something like GOAT. GOAT has been really low considering what it is. I would rather, and this is not even close, I would much rather put whatever I'd put into Trump into something like GOAT. This is the AI token and AI agent that inspired all the AI stuff going on right now. It's all of it. It's this coin. This coin is going to be multi-billions. You have a 3, 6, 10. You have a 10 or 20x in this coin. You do. I would say safely, you've got a 10x in this coin over this coming year. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be in a week. I won't be surprised at any moment, though, to see this over $1 billion. The way this is going to accelerate, the way I believe this token is way underpriced. Dude, is volume moving that drastically right now? Watch this coin. Wait, I got to make sure I'm on the right one. Volume just felt interesting. This looked like it jumped from 340 to 320. This coin is going to move like violently because it's way underpriced. It's way underpriced. I think something like Pengu, same story, way underpriced, and it probably tanked quite a bit. In fact, I know it did. Pengu might be the easiest play out there right now. Oh my God, Pengu's the easiest play out there for an automatic 2x. Yeah, confusion. I'm going to launch as soon as Henry tells me he's ready to hop on. Oh, yeah, he's ready. All right, Henry's ready. Pengu is an easy one. Pengu's got their abstract blockchain launching in the probably next week. Pengu holders almost definitely going to get a big abstract chain allocation. And the token's undervalued. This is, if it weren't for Trump, this is probably the biggest meme coin to launch this cycle, other than Fartcoin 2, right? It's going to be a battle, but Pengu is the Pudgy Penguins token with a blockchain coming, with all kinds of plans rolling out this year. Pengu is going to be, look, I predicted Pengu would be SHIB levels, if not flip SHIB, which is what, 15 bill, 16, somewhere in that ballpark. Maybe it was like 12 bill. You have an automatic, a very easy 2x in Pengu, but you got a 5x. I think you got a 5x here. Exactly, Meta. Exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm playing it. Pengu's my biggest bag. It's an easy play. It's a safer play than the Trump coin right now, too. Pengu's the one. Magic Eden tokens, same story. Easy play, going to be way bigger. Pengu's safer than that, though. Go Pengu. Let's check some of the other AI meme coins, too. AI XBT might be underpriced now. Oh, yeah. AI XBT is an easy 2x. That's the play for right now, guys. Trump is phenomenal. It's probably going to cook. We've never seen anything like Trump, so it's hard to say with confidence what it's going to do. With confidence, though, we've been in this stuff since day one, these AI tokens. We know how this is going to play out, and I think it's starting to become consensus now. People agree. Without a doubt, this stuff is going to be astronomically higher. AI XBT is probably going to be a few $1 billion market cap. In the short term, it's got a 2x, like within a week or two. It almost definitely does. Again, same with Pengu. ME, I don't think that quick, but maybe. Fartcoin is special. Fartcoin also comes from like the GOAT ecosystem. It's the second token from Truth Terminal. It's the agent that launched, that kicked off this whole meta. Fartcoin's a $1.6 billion market cap. This is tricky. This one's really tricky. This is like the only coin that went up while the Trump coin was out. This actually went up. It's people doubling down because they believe this. Fartcoin is probably going to be a $10 billion coin. And I still, honestly, if I were a betting man, I think, it's the fart cycle, dude. It's starting to become clear the fart coins, Unicorn, Fart Dust, and Fartcoin are the coins, probably going to be some of the biggest ones here. But if I were betting on what coin I think becomes the coin of this cycle, I still think it's GOAT. So again, just to wrap that up a little bit, and we'll talk more about it, but I do think, guys, I think, fuck it. Everything's going so much higher. That's all I know. Everything. You can pick anything right now and you'll be up. How about that? It's that easy. Moodang is going to cook too. Moodang, not a 50x. No. There's no 50x in Moodang. No, there's probably there's a 5x. Moodang's got a 5x. I believe Moodang's still $1 billion coin. And, I start questioning that as, can it get to 2 bill? I don't know. I don't think so anymore. But I think it still gets to $1 billion. So you got a 5x. You definitely don't have a 50x. And the Trump coin is, okay, we don't know 100% for sure. I'd say 95% sure it's legit. Okay, let me kick off this spaces here. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Okay. I think we're ready. If I have any audio issues here, it usually is a couple settings I got to hit. Let me know when I put live if you can hear speakers and we'll go from there. All right. Boom. And keep the questions coming throughout, guys. And God, what a time. I want people to recognize what's happening. This is, I named my space as it Golden Bull times Super Cycle times Omnicycle. That is exactly what's happening. Yo, cats, good morning. Give a thumbs up if you can hear, if you're over in spaces. And let me get Henry up here. Okay. Copy link. Shoot, how am I going to get this to Henry? Dude, this is a defining moment for this cycle. This is a game changer. It's hard to even put into words how big this is, but as big as you're feeling it is, it's bigger. Yep. Yes, that's a great point, Shan. So Shan's saying hopefully Trump will announce his meme coin on camera. Yes, I think he will, and I think that moves the needle. I think that brings us our 2x, 3x. Yep. Sworn. Not even 24 hours, and it flipped Polygon. It flipped everything. It did more volume, I believe, than ETH. It's gone absolutely crazy. And I'm saying again, it's just starting. Alex Becker tweeted this yesterday, and he's absolutely correct, saying everyone and their dog thinks we're entering the final big leg of the cycle towards 150K Bitcoin. Again, you guys who watch know my thoughts here. Drew, good morning. Call me crazy, but I think we're calling this way too low and way too short. He's right. He's fucking right. 150K is 1/6 the market cap of gold. We now have the biggest funds, nations, corporations, all of them recognizing Bitcoin as a store of value and wanting to collect it. Why would this stop at 1/6 the market cap of gold? It's an amazing point. Now, all of our price predictions and people calling how this cycle will play out, and this is basically top is in the fall. That's factoring in. That's basing this on previous cycles. If this plays out like the previous cycles, then that's how it plays out. This is not like any other cycle we've ever seen. If you thought 2021 and 22 was amazing, man, nothing. This is literally a nothing. Those were literally a nothing burger compared to what's coming here. Nothing burger compared to what's coming here. This is going to blow 2021 and 2022 away. It's going to make that look like batting practice. Unbelievable, guys. The goal, by the way, the Bitcoin story, guys, the amount of Bitcoin that the United States wants to hold right in the strategic reserve It's like 5% of the supply of Bitcoin. Other nations are going to do the same thing. It will be a national security issue for all these countries to hold Bitcoin. At the same time, states want to hold Bitcoin in their strategic reserves. Companies want to hold Bitcoin. And whales, millionaires want to hold Bitcoin. There's not enough Bitcoin for even just the millionaires to all hold one coin. There's not enough for them. There's not enough. 21 million Bitcoins. It's estimated that 4 or 5 million of those coins are gone forever. That's a huge chunk, guys. That's a huge chunk of Bitcoin that's never going to hit markets. It's never going to be traded. They're gone. And you're telling me countries want to go and control this supply and are going to throw some big money at it to do that? Somebody, who was it that dropped the supply shock yesterday? It's a word I was searching for, and it just wasn't coming to me. Supply shock. Supply shock. We've not seen it yet. We haven't seen it yet. It's not hit this market, and it's going to. And it's going to happen this cycle. And it's part of where those astronomical predictions come from. It's where those predictions come from. Supply shock. All right. Henry will be here in a second. Katz, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. And by the way, guys, again, if you're on YouTube, I'm going to give you like a thumbs up or something when Katz is talking. I just want to make sure you're able to hear speakers here. But you guys chime in whenever. There's no raising hands or whatever, right? So say what's up whenever.
Hey, good morning. I'm gonna wait till Henry gets here because I want his take too.
I can't wait for that. As like a Trump guy, dude, I can't wait for his take. And like, I gotta tell you guys, Trump launching a token, to me, it's obvious. I said back in 2021 that he would. A lot of people did, but that was from me when I was like playing out these exercises in my head. I was trying to really understand crypto because I traded crypto in 2017. It's when I started. Maybe it was 16. It was in that time. And I traded it because I looked at it as replacement money. And so that's why I bought it. And I didn't understand the tech. I didn't understand the why. I didn't understand really. I didn't grasp at all what it was for and how big it would get. But in 2020 and 2021, when I started getting into NFTs, and to get NFTs, it's a challenge, right? You have to do some real soul searching to make NFTs make sense. And part of that exercise was just understanding in general, why would somebody want that? And that brought me to thinking, why would somebody want crypto? I got to understand crypto too. Like something's happening here. Like, why would somebody want this stuff? And part of that exercise was understanding how valuable attention is, which is like the most important thing here. Realizing how valuable attention is. I'm like, okay, well, what if like you run through that exercise? If Donald Trump ever released an NFT or a token, automatically it's worth a fuck ton. Automatically. So ran through these scenarios because of that, just because attention is worth a lot. This is a way to monetize attention. It's what it is, what tokens are. It's what NFTs are. Tokenizes attention, and we assign a value to it. It's that simple. We don't need to overthink anything. It is that. But Donald Trump is a scenario I ran through. I'm like, oh my God, I get it. Trump can launch a token and say, hey, in my ecosystem, you want to buy my steaks, my waters, my shoes, my colognes, any of it, you pay in Trump token. I'm like, oh my God, I get it. For that reason alone, knowing he has people who buy his shit, I'm like, and if he drove him to a token, token cooks. That was it. That was how it clicked for me. And I was like, wow, okay. So why wouldn't I have a token and my neighbors have a token and I pay my kids an allowance in this token and my neighbors do the same. And then my kids go hang out with those kids and they got a toy they want, or they want their friend to do something for them and they pay them in our token, or they buy some of their friends' token and pay them. I'm like, dude, oh, I get it. I get it. And so back then, I told Henry this. I'm like, dude, everybody's going to have a token, everybody, and everybody's going to use it in their day-to-day life. This is down the road, but that's what made it all make sense to me. And Trump was like, probably the key part of what made that click, just running through that scenario with him. So this is not the start. In a way, this is this is not the end. This is not the peak or the top or anything, dude. In a way, this is just the start of this big old change that's coming. It's crazy. Pink, good morning. Tickles, good morning, man. What a morning, huh? Anyone who doesn't know, Henry the Grape's my younger brother. Tickle Snarf's my older brother. Family shit, you know? Confusion, come up anytime you want to, and same with you, Luna. And by the way, guys, when Kat said hello real quick, you guys heard him, right? This is for the YouTube chat. I think you guys did, but give me a little notice. Boy, wild. It's the crazy thing is this still actually, you know what? Let me throw up. Easy had a great comment yesterday that I showed. This is still without any of the Trump policy priced in. None of it. None of it's priced in. Okay, cool. Trojan, thank you for that. I'll keep peeking in on the Trump coin 2 price and whatnot. We still want to go through all the details of how that worked, but go ahead, Katz. I saw you unmuted.
Oh no, that's exactly what I want to talk about is the policy stuff. That's why we need Henry here.
Yep. And that'll be perfect. Henry works for the CyberKongs. The CyberKongs just got a Wells notice from the SEC just a few weeks back, right? And there's probably nobody better to speak on what's changing here than them, who've been fighting with the SEC for like almost a year and a half. And really, because of Donald Trump and what's coming, I think it's over. I think it's literally over, and they can just continue on and not have to waste any more money on legal fees, like over. But Easy here saying, and dude echoes what I say. With the utmost confidence, he's saying, crypto market hasn't priced in even $1 of value for legitimate crypto policy change. That being Trump Executive Order Monday, probably going to happen, by the way, saying the United States is going to hold Bitcoin as a strategic reserve or in a strategic reserve. It's probably going to happen. It's not priced in, right? The prices of coins now is literally just typical bull market stuff. Policy change? Boy, oh boy. Yeah, Tickle, that is Cats. Oh, Tickle, I've got him on Spaces. So we also got a Spaces rocking here. It's not priced in, guys. It's not. Again, changes with the SEC, strategic reserve of Bitcoin, all kinds of new ETFs. What other policy stuff are we looking forward to? Is it mostly strategic reserve? Oh, well, it's taxes, guys, tax stuff too. Trump is saying that he might not tax crypto, especially United States-based tax cryptos. Imagine that. Imagine if there's no capital gains tax on crypto. Boy, this is really different. It is not priced in. It's not priced in, guys. It's not. And so our road to 150K Bitcoin, we were probably heading there without any of this Trump stuff. We were probably heading there anyways, because slowly adoption was going to happen. Slowly, it's going to click for people. It's accelerating because of Trump. So we're going to get there faster, and it's going to move harder. We're going to see higher highs because of it. And on the flip side, I don't think we see any crazy lows. I don't. I think the demand is going to outweigh that. I think the demand is going to keep this stuff cooking for a long time. And so if we do get those dips, right, we're used to these like kind of mini crashes. If we get them, I think we got buyers lined up, big buyers lined up. I'm talking like states, nation level buyers, corporation level buyers. They're just lined up to scoop it all up. I don't think this is the same at all. No part of me thinks this is the same. Let me show Bitcoin too. Like, these kind of dumps, like this right here. I don't think we see that. I don't think we see that this cycle. I don't think it's possible. It felt like that's maybe what was happening here over the past couple of weeks. Nah. You know what I mean, guys? Nah, it can't happen. There's too much buy pressure here. Too many people that need Bitcoin. It's barely wanted. Again, national security issue kind of at this point. Like, need it. I'm going to show ETFs from yesterday, too. I've not seen what volume looked like there. This is I think there's probably nothing better to reflect the change that's coming and the demand for Bitcoin than the ETFs. This is more TradFi guys getting into crypto, right? They're not buying it on, well, they're probably doing some buying on Coinbase. They're not going to a DEX, right? They're not buying there. They're buying probably through ETFs. Yesterday, Bitcoin, 975 million in inflows. Big day. Wow, big day. Not even the biggest day, by the way. It's probably a top 10 day, probably. Still think it's barely anything compared to where it's going. On the ETH side, let's see. 23 million inflows, man. Just starting. Let me look at some comments. Mice, I wonder what % of people actually paid the tea tax during the Boston Tea Party. Dude, our tax situation is going to be really interesting here. Like really fucking interesting. No taxes on crypto would be kind of a game changer here too. It would. And all this talk right now about, meme coins and the majors and whatnot, guys, it's not even factoring in. We're not even talking yet about NFTs. And my goodness, guys, we're going to have a crazy, crazy, crazy rotation of NFTs. And that's coming at some point. I still think, by the way, NFTs peak next year. Like this time next year is the peak. But man, if you missed this, That's why I said don't worry about it. If you're not strong with crypto or with meme coins, first off, get strong. I would say, and I see this comment a lot, people that, have trouble with it, don't disengage from meme coins. Actually put more time in it. Put more time in it. Give yourself a little budget and spend little dollar amounts. Learn it. Because, man, you're cutting out probably, if you skip meme coins, you're probably going to miss out on 2/3 of the cycle's action by missing that and waiting for NFTs. You'll do fine. In fact, you'll probably do great just playing NFTs, but do not skip meme coins. If you want that opportunity to change your life, you got to get your ass in meme coins. Tickle, GMs, man.
GM, sir, I am so stinking excited for what's about to happen in crypto. So tuning in today and hearing your commentary makes me even more bullish. How are you feeling?
Dude, well, first off, it's great to fucking hear your voice. It's been a minute. But
it has.
Yeah. Dude, but feeling amazing. And at the same time, it's like, it's still exactly what I thought. Now, I didn't know for sure Trump's going to launch a token. I didn't know we were going to, well, fuck it. I was going to say, I didn't know we'd see a meme coin get this kind of action, but I kind of did. I wouldn't have guessed it would be a Trump coin, but I knew we would see a coin that comes out and does something we've never seen. That's why I keep saying the cycle's different. We will see things we've never seen before. We've never seen a meme coin grow this fast, but it was obvious it's coming. If you knew that the cycle's different, then we see different things. And this is the very first different thing we're seeing this cycle. Expect to see a lot. Expect to see a lot of different things. Expect to see an NFT collection come in and do a Yuga Labs type thing and maybe blow them away, right? Like I don't even know. It's hard to even guess what kind of thing we'll see. That's so game changing, but we're going to see more. We're probably going to see something game changing in AI, the same way that Truth Terminal came out and changed the narrative, changed the meta for this cycle, really put this cycle on a different path. Something else is going to come that's going to change the game and shift us another direction, and still like higher, but a whole different direction, like left field kind of thing. Expect that, guys. Expect the unexpected this cycle, and start trying to, if you don't realize this time that it's different this cycle, put in the work to try to wrap your head around why it might be, like why it is actually different, because it is.
So I've got two questions for you as an outworking of that. One is pre-executive order, because you study the charts. You always know what's on the horizon and what's going to look good. What's the best place if someone's got $100, $1,000, $5,000, right? Pre-executive order. What do you think is just like TYORNFA, of course, but what do you think is the best play for one of the, let's say the big three, right? Sol, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Where do you think has the greatest opportunity to get into one of those three for post-executive order boost?
Can't go wrong with any, like literally. And so that's my easy out. You cannot go wrong with any of them. They will all cook. It's hard to not tell people to get into Bitcoin because it is going to be incredibly scarce. It already is. That said, I think it depends on your strategy. If you're looking for short-term stuff, if you're looking for something with a more speculative potential too, it just depends on what game. Like Bitcoin's going to be the safest. It's going to go up a lot. It might be a slower grind, but you can't go wrong. Solana so degen, but ETH is the dark horse here. It just is, and people got to keep in mind, if Trump is going to move markets this way, Trump's crypto platform is on Ethereum. Trump, yes, has a crypto platform. It's called World Liberty Finance. It's going to do loans. It's going to have a stable coin. I kind of am starting to think it's going to be a token launchpad too. Hard to not want to bet on ETH when, and I'm going to put this on screen. We're going to look at how much Solana's gone up. Because of Trump meme coin, only because of the Trump meme coin, Solana's up almost 10% in the past 24 hours. Again, only because Trump launched a token on Solana. Apply that same thought to Ethereum when World Liberty Finance is officially live and when Trump-related meme coins are launching on that platform. That's it. ETH is a really interesting play right now, and I think everybody here has felt that ETH, like it's broken. There's something wrong with it. What if it's not that? What if it literally is that? You know that analogy, like a volleyball held underwater, right? And it's like a lot of pressure, and it's being held down. And as soon as that pressure is off, that thing just shoots up. That really could happen with Ethereum. It's hard to picture that not happening with all the building that's been going on there. And yes, I know it's a lot on L2s, but still all the building in the Ethereum ecosystem, plus now Trump, this guy who does move markets, building out an entire DeFi platform on Ethereum. It's hard to not bet on that. You know, what do you think, Tickle?
So one is I'm driving and I'm listening, and like I had no idea that Trump is building a platform on ETH. And so is there, for World Liberty Finance, is there is there a way to get in on that? Like, is there a faucet, a testnet token? Like, is there anything we can be doing to get ready for whatever he is inevitably going to do? Because it will then pump everything on that platform plus Ethereum.
Right on.
Without question.
Dude, it's literally without question. Yeah. That already happened. They already did a pre-sale of this months ago at this point, maybe 3 months ago, 4. And man, I'm trying to remember if it was like there was, oh, you know what? They even sold an NFT. It was a soulbound token, I believe. And if it wasn't an NFT, it's like somehow the fungible token is soulbound. That could have been it too. But they already did their pre-sale. They didn't meet their goal, right? They had to actually slash their they just slashed their target. There wasn't a lot of hype. That changes now, and I wonder if they actually open that back up. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up on screen. But yeah, that is coming. It already started. The sale happened. World Liberty. I'm gonna pull it up because I want to see if it maybe is open still. But that's the play. That's the play, is getting that. But I'm totally expecting now. You know what? I was looking at the preview, the summary when I Google it. It's World Liberty Finance or Financial Earn and Borrow Crypto. This is, I think, a platform that's it's with. I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know all this stuff in and out. So it's utilizing Aave, and so that's how the lending is going to work. But World Liberty Financial Earn and Borrow Crypto. I still think launch tokens. I do. To me, it makes a lot of sense. CWLFI. That's the ticker, by the way. WLFI token. Dude, you might be able to buy now still. Okay. Yeah, you can buy now still. Oh, dude, guys, maybe a little alpha. Maybe. There's a fuck ton of tokens. If this is not disabled, I'm looking at an interface like a DEX right now, and you can literally just enter an amount and click buy. You do have to KYC, guys. There is a process to KYC, so be aware of that. And you can't buy this, on DEXs or anywhere yet because it is soulbound. But over 6 billion tokens sold. There are almost 14 billion tokens remaining. And you can buy with ETH, USDC, USDT, or wrapped ETH. I think it's worth keeping our eye on this. If you're still deciding if you want to go Sol, Bitcoin, ETH, you watch this for an indicator if ETH is the one that's going to move. If this starts cooking, then it's playing out the way we're guessing that Trump is going to move this market. So keep your eye on World Liberty Financial here. Could be a cook. But yeah, Tickle, I'm surprised you didn't know because you're pretty dialed in.
Most of my attention in the last, especially month, has been on Abstract and all the projects that are getting ready to launch out of there. So between like Abstract and like Barachain and looking at these different L2s, plus then my home base has been Ordinals and Bitcoin. I just haven't been looking at a lot. There's just so many opportunities. I was telling Aaron this morning because there was a project just got a big win on for Room 44, and I don't know what my train of thought was. Oh, I was like, what's great about me, the work I do in Web3 is not like you and Henry. Like, you guys are just amazing at this with you're full time, and so I'm doing this during Zoom meetings at work, and I have a lot of Zoom meetings, but it's still divided attentions. So I just was totally not aware of this, but as soon as I get to I'm in a board of directors meeting. There's going to be Wi-Fi. First thing I'm doing is looking at this platform and maybe looking to get either just buying some ETH outright or checking out the platform, maybe trying to get some of this token.
I love it, dude. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking of what's a good beta play on ETH, or not even that, but what's a good way to really take advantage of ETH. I would argue, and this is maybe a super basic take, but I would argue the NFT play is actually super spicy on ETH, especially art. It's kind of pricey. The good stuff is, but NFTs, I think, is always it's a fun play. But it is a bet on an ecosystem. And if ETH cooks, better believe that NFTs on Ethereum are going to cook too. And by the way, somebody shouted out that Eric Trump did tweet about this. And let me find it, but I think he did.
Let Henry up on stage.
Oh, is he here? Good shit. Okay. He hasn't requested yet. Henry, do you want to come? I'm going to invite you. Come up if you want.
Yeah, while you're pulling that up, one of the things on art on Ethereum, I don't know if you have exposure to Neura. That's the AI art platform that Big Floppa from Kongs and Bamboo created. That was a free mint for their Genesis collection, and floor price is at $0.25 ETH right now. And they're moving to Abstract. So I think
freaking
the AI art platform. What's that?
Freaking Floppa. Awesome CyberCon. Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah. So there, Art is going to start cooking on ETH. Just excited to see what's going on. Wow, all three brothers are up this morning. This is awesome.
Shit, have we done this before? Have we done anything with the three of us?
I don't think so.
Oh, fucking
Trump bringing
milestone.
families back together.
Right? That's pretty fucking cool. Anyway, Henry, good morning, man.
Good morning.
Dude,
Good morning.
What the fuck do you think of everything?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's like the it's perfect actually, right? Like SEC commissioner leaves. Was that Jamie? However you say the last name, Larzaga, whatever. And like Trump launches the shitter. It's amazing. I don't think you could ask for anything better. I don't think you could ask for anything more bullish. Yeah, literally, like it's awesome. I think it's super bullish. I don't even know how. I think I saw Kook Capital like talking about how it like I don't know. Was he kind of bearish on it? Like Trump launching rugs.
I didn't even see
sure
his take. I'm gonna pull it up.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like that's what I was reading. Like Trump is going to launch lots of rugs, and I don't know. It didn't seem like a bullish take on it.
Interesting.
But maybe I misread it.
Well, I'm going to cycle through it.
It's awesome. Yeah, I feel bad for. I got in late, 8 billion. I think I got in, so I didn't make gen wealth on it. But like, I'm just happy to be in because I just think it's cool.
So here's Kook's take, and this might be the one you saw. He might have had others. He said, "Don't forget," and he's very right about this. Don't forget, Trump has launched like 10 different rugs, including World Liberty Financial and an Ordinals project last week. No one even knows about. Like he's already like, if anybody doesn't know, Kook is like he's great at engagement. Like, do not take everything he says at face value. The Ordinals project, it stems from a previous NFT collection. People who bought 100 of those cards got this Ordinals. It wasn't a brand new NFT collection. It was like an older one. But he said, make your money. Just remember, this won't be his last project. Itchy's totally fucking right. It's part of why I'm so bullish. I think Trump is going to launch meme coin after meme coin after meme coin, and he just might do it over on World Liberty Financial. He might, and I think this just like gets things really churning.
Dude, when you think of it, like this is an entrepreneur whose major playground was in real estate, and then it was in licensing, right? I mean, it was like he was putting buildings all over the country, then all over the world, and then he's licensing his name out there. He just discovered potentially like a brand new playground where his name and likeness means a lot. So he's probably spot on. But I think overall it's great for the space when the president is balls deep in it.
Have you changed any predictions? Because you were as bullish as I am, I think, on like everything. But have you, Tickle? Do you mind just muting between? I can hear you peeing in the background. No, it's Tickle.
I think that's Henry. Tickle shows is muted.
Does he?
Yeah,
for me,
he's
doesn't
muted.
it? Oh, weird. Okay.
Here, let me mute.
It is Henry. Okay, I hear you peeing, Henry. Sorry, Tickle.
I'm driving though, so I'm not peeing and driving.
You're good. Thoughts changed at all? Have you readjusted targets? Like, how did this change how you're thinking about this bull run? And again, I think you've thought very similar to me, but I'm curious. And confusion, get your ass up here.
I haven't like changed anything. I mean, I haven't had like that much time to process all of it, but it's just another indication of like, okay, to everybody who was kind of calling the top 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, to me, I just look at this as just validation of like what a lot of us have been thinking this whole time. So I don't think it's changed any of my targets necessarily. I mean, last night when we were talking last night, wasn't it? About maybe it was on the show about Bitcoin predictions, and maybe what I have changed is this idea of like $1 million Bitcoin seemed insane. Doesn't feel as insane to me right now, which is crazy. It used to sound insane to me. Now, when you talk about countries buying up Bitcoin, strategic reserves, yeah, we were talking about this, about the percentages of what the U.S. could be buying, and then there's this mad, almost like land grab for Bitcoin, and there's not that many of them. I could see it. I could see $1 million Bitcoin.
That's it. The supply shock thing, right?
Yeah. So, no, it hasn't changed much in my mind, other than I think like I think we're just not ready for like what the potential is that could be coming.
wild. It's wild. It's national security stuff. It's Trump day one. So on Monday, it's Trump in office, and right away he's got executive orders are going to fly. And better believe he's been already preparing them. It's not like he's going to have to get in office and settle in and what. Then the past many weeks, I believe he's been getting these ready. Day one, it's sign them, get things in order. Day one is probably going to be announcing a strategic reserve, a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And like we said at the beginning, it's not priced in. It's not. It's absolutely not priced in. If Joe Biden or Kamala Harris were elected president and they were being inaugurated, we would be probably damn near the same price. And if not right now, it would be sometime in this cycle. What we're seeing now is the very organic, very natural price of Bitcoin in a bull market. And so, man, strategic reserve, policy changes, Trump saying that Bitcoin or crypto will be a national priority, not priced in. And that march to a mill, there's I don't think this happens, but there is a scenario where that does happen this cycle. It's all about supply shock. If the guys who see this future for crypto and Bitcoin specifically do not want to sell their Bitcoin because they get what it's going to be in 5 or 10 years, and better believe a country has that 10-year vision, right? There's a chance there's such little supply out here that it really does that thing.
Also, one other thing that I guess is really bullish about this to me, obviously from the regulatory side of things, I feel like shitcoins are potentially one of the easiest targets if like the SEC wanted to be going after crypto. It's just, I feel like meme coins meet the definition of every bit of security. And so the fact that like he's come out and he's done this, I feel like is, I don't want to say it's a dog whistle, but it makes me feel really good about like ongoing, cases with the SEC and whether they would stand or not.
That's why I was waiting for Henry to talk about this.
Yeah.
So, things I wanted to add, we've seen forever, people skirt around all these tokens, right? Even Slam, no offense, like OpenSea set up their stuff in the Cayman Islands or whatever, and all this speculation. Trump literally tweeted, I'm looking at the tweet, my new official Trump meme, all right? And he's telling everybody to go buy it, come win with me, right? Let's have fun. So he's straight up just telling people to buy a meme coin. And that he knows what policies he's going to be pushing, what executive orders are going to be coming, what he's going to do with the SEC, all this stuff. So I feel pretty good about the state of where we're going with meme coins and all this stuff in the future. And I think it's going to unleash a lot more now that he's done this.
Yeah, totally agree, Katz. Like, it's actually awesome. It's all to lead the way for this. Like, if he's doing it, I can't imagine his commission's not going to be like when I say following his lead, not that the SEC is launching shitters, but if the president's launching shitcoins, how hard are they going to be going after non-fraud related cases?
We might learn even like sooner rather than later. And I got to see where these, this was filed, but there's a lawsuit right now against Pump Fund for exactly this reason, right? Some fucking moron who he spent $230 on some Solana shitter. And he lost money, and he's now sued. And there's, I think it's class action at this point. But if not, he's suing Pump Fund, saying it doesn't meet, or it does meet Howey test, whatever. It's very clearly a security. And when you read the details, I mean, it does sound very security-ish. A lot of the stuff on Pump Fund. But to your point, when President Trump is now launching a meme coin, not really any different than Pump Fund. Maybe the vesting makes it a little different. Maybe something about it's different, but it feels like to your point again, dog whistle. It feels very much like, guys, this is fine. This is fine. And dude, I very easily get in this this headspace of I look at even fungible tokens as collectibles. It's just like broken down little itty bitty pieces, but to me they're collectibles. So I hope that's the way it goes, and he certainly is telling us it's going that way. Do you, and I don't know if you've had a chance to talk with the rest of the Kongs team, but do you guys in general feel like a little weight off? Is this moving the needle for you guys at all?
I haven't talked since the Trump token, but I think until we officially know like we're good, then then you're just kind of speculating up until that point. But yeah, I mean, I can say like it certainly feels better today than it did back in July. Or back in October. So yeah, every kind of passing day, every day closer to the new administration absolutely feels better. We're not getting like the high pressure to settle. We're not getting the high, it just feels a little bit different. And this to me like feels this feels awesome. So doesn't mean anything until we actually are like done with it, but it's certainly promising.
Yeah. Okay. Couple questions for everybody too, by the way. Price prediction. Oh, so Trump hit a new all-time high, hit like a $25 billion FDV. Fucking wild. Like fourth biggest meme coin, dude. Fourth biggest meme coin in 12 hours is crazy. Do you got a price prediction for the Trump token? And then just to set it up, we'll get to this in a minute. Thoughts on the rest of the market, which has dumped, absolutely fucking dumped, as everybody's selling everything they can. Everybody getting liquid any way they can to buy Trump coin. It's if you haven't looked at your wallet today, brutal and also not even worrisome. But yeah, what do you think about Trump and prediction?
No idea. Literally no idea. I don't think we've ever seen anything like it. You have the president of the United States launching a meme coin. We've never seen anything. There's nothing to even compare it to. So whatever the highest high you've ever thought of in your mind is, it could be higher than that. It's like, I think I would even argue it's bigger than Elon Musk launching a meme coin.
Yep. Dude, right on.
Right? Like it's the most powerful person in the world just launched a meme coin.
Here's what I'll say. It's like, okay, when Murad came out and gave his thoughts on this meme coin super cycle, you knew right away. I'm like, yes, dude, this guy's saying the thing that I was feeling and I just didn't know how to maybe say it. The Murad thesis is we're going to see $100 billion meme coin. We're going to see multiple $10 billion meme coins. We're going to see tons of $1 billion meme coins. I'm like, dude, yes, abso-fucking-lutely we are. And this, I think, is the real start of that playing out. I think we're going to see multiple 100 billion. And if I said million, by the way, I think I meant billions, but we're going to see multiple $100 billion meme coins, which is crazy. But if we believe Bitcoin can get to 1 million market cap, we believe that kind of change is happening and that much money is coming in, you better believe the meme coin ecosystem can support that, especially when part of the Murad thesis is a lot of the value from altcoins, the other major cryptos, but the alts like ETH and Solana and all that stuff is going to flow over to meme coins because most of their value was kind of memeable. I think this could be one of those ones. At the very least, we're already in the tens of billions, but 100 billion, can that happen with a Trump coin? Sure as shit could, dude.
Yeah. No, that, like if I was thinking of like a fictitious number, that would be it. 100 billion. But realistically, if it could hit 100 billion, why can't it hit 200 billion? I don't think there's any thesis for what this could potentially do. You could in some ways argue nothing bigger has happened since like the Bitcoin ETFs. I don't know, like you have the most powerful figure in the world who just gave validation to something that most people look at as way too degenerate of a thing for them to take part in.
Fuck.
I don't know. It's something really different, I think.
This one too, like you go on and it's, get Trump memes, like you were saying, he's going to have more. It's memes, like it's plural on his website. But you go on there, you can buy with credit card, and people see his tweet, they go on his website, they buy it with credit card just to be part of it, right? Like that's not that's a normie onboarding opportunity. So who knows how high this goes,
dude? Amazing. We're at a place. Hey, we're basically in price discovery. Anybody who's giving you like definitive price predictions, guys, they don't fucking know. There are no experts with this now. The game has completely changed. Nobody knows how high this can go and when and where. Anybody trying to tell you they know, they're bullshitting you. I will say what we do know is the AI rotation, all this going to AI and how high that's going to get. That we do know. That we know for fucking sure, and it's going to be massive. And like we said earlier, if you're looking for where to play, should I get in Trump, should I not? Look, I think Trump is going to cook. I know the AI tokens are pretty undervalued after the way things dumped, because I already knew they were going much higher. Anyways, they're on discount now. Henry, have you seen how much the market dumped because of this?
Yeah, at least in shitters. I haven't checked where Bitcoin's at in the last 4 hours. Where's Bitcoin?
Bitcoin looks fine, 104K. So yeah, Bitcoin cool. Looks good.
Yeah. So we're talking like shitters, right?
I mean, dude, GOAT is 320 mil market cap. Fartcoin's like the only one that's up, and it's up well. But like AIXPT was about 500 mil. All those top tier AI coins feel really cheap. It feels like free money. And the rotation is going to be, so violent. It's going to get wild over there, and it'll happen pretty quick too. Penguin 1.7 mil. Our bill.
Don't even care. There's on my way way to work. I go from the highway down some rural roads that are always crappy, and then back onto like good pavement again. And it's like the same thing all the time. And this is no different. So there's a new liquidity event, Trump. People are cycling over to it. They will come back. We're on the bumpy road if you're in AI or other shitters that have taken a bit of a dump. We'll be back into smooth sailing here at some point. Like this will pass, right? Whether it's in a week or 2 weeks, this will settle down a little bit. Find wherever it's going to be, 80 billion, 50 billion, 25 billion, wherever. And people will start taking gains and putting them back into those undervalued shitters. I'm not even phased by it. Like when I look at I'll give a great example. When I look at my two major bags, Goat and Naval, all I'm thinking is great place to DCA. Great place. No question. Like not even any question of do I get out of these to get into Trump? I'm like, nope. I got my position in Trump. I've got my positions in Goat and Naval, and literally this is just great position to DCA.
I'm going to shill some bags real quick, and you know, if you're new watching this, just know that when I say I'm going to shill bags, it's me talking with conviction about things I'm in because I really believe in them. I really, really believe in them. I'll start with an AI agent. And if you guys like the AI agent meta, I mean, pay attention to this. An AI agent that is powered by our Crypto Slam data. If you like AI XBT, man, you might fucking love this. And I can tell you there's some really spicy shit coming. I don't mean to, but I'm in it. I believe in it. The Bull
Wait,
AI.
what are you talking about?
The Bull. I'm gonna
okay,
shill the Bull real quick.
Yeah, sorry.
The Bull AI.
His best friend.
Oh God, they fucking hate each other. But he's a spicy AI agent, and the cool thing, guys, you can't even buy it right now. You cannot trade this token yet. There's no liquidity set up. At any moment, somebody might do that, but guys, right now he's giving away tokens. So if you tweet at him, he's going to hit you with some trivia. If you answer the trivia, he's literally just going to send you tokens. So when he hits you with trivia, you can go to CryptoSlam.io, and you could probably find those data points there. Keep your eye on that, and if you want to get a better idea of what's actually coming, guys, here it is. We just put this out yesterday, not even promoting it yet. I'm only mentioning it here on the stream, but slamai.xyz. Guys, AI agents, Launchpad, AI agent blockchain, token. There's a lot going on. That's it. I'm only going to say that because you're going to see the conversation ramp up about this over the next, honestly, couple of weeks. It's time to start launching these things that we've been building for years at this point. Put your eyes on this. And again, I'm saying it especially because he's giving away those tokens free, and he's not going to be in another week or so. So go get with the Bull AI, get some tokens, and you're going to hear more about this really soon. And another quick shill. If you're catching the stream on X, if you're in Spaces on X, this is also streaming on YouTube 7 days a week. You can find me Inside NFTs is the channel name. It's at NFTLDR. You can catch up with us there, and everybody's chatting in the chat over there. So join us over there. Boom, let's get back to fucking crazy Trump talk.
That was like nice professional shilling right there.
Not bad,
like,
right?
Like
Confusion's got his hand up.
Dude, Confusion, throw elbows. Work your way in whenever. We don't need to raise hands. And great to see you, brother. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I told Henry, and I try to not say this much. Confusion is my quant. Confusion is like the secret weapon that everybody needs. He is so fucking good with meme coins, and just in general, he's great at crypto, but meme coins, he's like the most under-the-radar dude out there. So you guys should definitely be following that guy.
All right, I've got a question. Before you get back to Trump, I've got a question on Bull.
Yeah.
What do we do when when Bull says he's sending his token, but he doesn't send the token? Do we bully him?
You can. If Bull sends you an Explorer link, if he says, I'm sending it to you, here's a link, you're definitely going to get it. If he doesn't send it to you, it's because he's getting rate limited by X, and you're not going to get it. So that's how you know the difference. If you get the Explorer link, the Slam Vision link, you're all set. And otherwise, you keep bugging them.
That's a wonderful product, by the way.
Appreciate it, man. It's a lot of fucking work. Yeah. Dude, when it turns into the thing, like when it turns into the thing that we know it's going to be, I think people will love it.
Hey guys. Sorry, I was getting a bit rugged. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
It's legitimately fun. Like especially with idiots and interacting, and it's a fun agent.
No, he's not a fun agent. He's an asshole. Are you kidding? He's an asshole, and
fun.
He doesn't work half the time. So like, I don't have my tokens from the Bull.
Yeah, I don't have mine either. But you know, if we've got the link, then we can keep bullying him, and it'll be interesting to see if he gets trained as we start giving evidence and he's not giving it out. It'll be interesting if he gets better about being able to do his own work.
Do you know what we call that in this industry? We call it a rug. The bull says, answer this, I'll give you this. Send me your wallet. You do that, and he doesn't do it.
You motherfucker. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to spill a little secret, and I shouldn't, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, if you're checking the Slam Vision link, this is a brand new product of ours, and it's in beta. It sometimes is not displaying the transaction. If you check another Explorer, or I can peek at your wallet address if you want to send it, I bet you it's actually in your wallet now. And again, if you follow the Slam Vision link, you might not see it. Otherwise, I bet you got the tokens.
Okay, I'll check. I'll check. You know what? I was just checking it like MetaMask. You know, where it will say like, "Oh, you can import one more token." Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, worth a double check there, because for me, I don't think it does that if there's no liquidity set up. If it doesn't see a value with it, it might not. But could be wrong. I think that's what happens though.
No, you can see them in MetaMask. I can see mine in my MetaMask wallet.
Okay. All right.
I mean, they're not worth anything, but
not yet. They're definitely not. And man, do I think nothing. I don't think anything other than you guys should bag some bull. Confusion, get your ass up here. I'm sorry, I kept cutting you off. Oh, he's back. He was rugging. Hang on, getting him up again, guys. He's my secret recipe. That sounds really weird. Confusion's my bro. All right, hang on. And Arm, same thing with you. You don't got to raise hands. Like it might get to be chaos, but feel free to jump in anytime. Confusion up first, though.
Hey, Huda, hey guys. Sorry, I was getting rugs before. I'm just driving. My signal's really bad.
Dude, you're all good.
Yeah. This Trump coin's really interesting, right? Like, I've got a few normies messaging me about it as well that I haven't heard about from like who haven't spoken about crypto for a while. Like, asking me about it. So yeah, it feels like when people did that big art sale in like 2021 potentially, like it's just going to bring so many more people in, right, to the space.
Yeah, it's the mass adoption thing. It's the thing that caught everybody's attention. That's a great analogy too, because I was saying just in the past week or so, we haven't had that Beeple event yet, and people are saying it's too top-ish and things are kind of, it's not gonna, whatever we wanted to happen, it's not gonna materialize. And I'm like, yo, the Euphoria part of the market didn't happen. We didn't have the Beeple $69 million art sale moment. That didn't happen, and that must happen. And if you believe the cycle's different, which I obviously do, then we see that many times over. And I think we will see that many, many, many times over. We have more sectors here in a way. We didn't have meme coins like this that last cycle. We had Sheeb, we had Doge, and if we had another meme coin, I don't remember. We didn't have a meme coin ecosystem last cycle. Now we do. And that attracts that different kind of money. The NFT ecosystem is much more matured. So we're going to see those kind of crazy head-turning things that catch normies in NFTs, in meme coins, in major cryptos, in AI. Is very different this time around, guys.
You know, random point, but one of the things I noticed in the last, like, especially when we were going down to like 89, 90K, that was last week, right? There were a lot of people calling the top. And one of the things I noticed was like a lot of those people were not US based. Some of them were. It makes me wonder, do people outside of the US not fully understand the Trump effect? Like, are they missing? Is it possible because they haven't been saturated with him for decades that they just don't really know? They get the vision of Trump that the mainstream media typically pushes, which is like really divided politics versus like Trump branding, the Trump persona. So I just wonder, like, the people that were calling that, you know, we were near the top, do they just not understand like what's about to come? Trump token aside, because by the way, I'm not saying that I would have predicted Trump was launching a token last week, but I certainly didn't think with Trump not being in office that we were close to the top. Like, dude hasn't even done anything yet. He's not even in the seat. He's not even flying the plane yet. How could we be at the top as bullish as we've been on him getting in? So curious if you got any thoughts on that, or if it isn't really like a geographical thing versus just, yeah, I guess I don't know what the other side of that is.
I don't know if it's geographical. I just know that I think doing crypto is easy. Now, timing is hard, right? Having liquidity, having money to work with is hard. That's not the easy part, but but feeling where this stuff goes, at least for me, is easy. And I just think it's in general, most of the crypto space, even people who live and breathe this stuff, are not maybe great at feeling the moments and feeling the energy and feeling where things are going and how soon. I don't know how people grow that skill or not, but I think a majority of the space, and it wasn't just overseas, I think just underestimated the kind of change that's happening here. I actually think you have to be a little older to really have grasped it to understand how the world is actually changing and how technology is used in that changed, and the fact that we now monetize, the attention and the change that's happening. I just think people are not connecting these dots, and even if they connected it, didn't have any like perspective for, well, what does that mean? What does that translate to wealth wise? I don't know. If I were younger, I don't know if I would have grasped it either. So it could speak to demographics. It could speak to that the crypto audience is younger. They've not lived enough years to have felt what things were like and maybe lived through other cycles to feel it. But I think it just speaks more to that. Just I don't want to say lack of experience, but it's something closer to that. What do you think? And confusion too, and anybody else? I'm curious what you guys think, because I do think people misjudged it like severely, and it probably still are to a degree. That's what's kind of spicy still. Although this is a moment where I think that can start changing.
Yeah, I mean, somebody can throw elbows. I don't care. But just going through the numbers with you last night on Bitcoin, when you look at there's 21 million Bitcoin, 4 million are potentially lost. That's what did we figure that was 20% of the supply potentially gone?
We're talking Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like going, overarching like crypto. 20% of the supply possibly gone just in lost wallets. Satoshi holds potentially 1 million. If the U.S. is going to buy 5% of the supply, then there's a mad rush of, we're just throwing out random countries. You're going to have potentially Russia, China, India, England, just the EU in general. I think normies who are buying Bitcoin right now have no idea what that supply shock looks like. I think they don't understand the token. Like I would assume that like my wife's aunt who is a liberal, like hates Trump, but bought Bitcoin post-election and is now like, dude, like texted me not long ago saying like, it was at the new year, I think, like, hope it's like a good year and that alt season's coming. And I'm like,
crazy.
What? This is a 60-something-year-old hater of all things Trump is texting me saying wishing for alt season to come, like that she even knows that word. She doesn't know anything about Bitcoin tokenomics, the finite supply, how much is actually out there, how much is burned. I think this is about to get silly in a way that 21 couldn't even compare to, honestly. Right? I'm not 100% sure how it all flows into NFTs, though I'm sure it will. But I think it's about to make 21 look silly. I really do.
Fucking absolutely. Okay, when there's a big shift, you usually see a few things that the first indicator, something that's leading, and it gives you, it's an example of what's to come. You can look at Truth Terminal for something like that. Truth Terminal was the first AI millionaire. Out of nowhere, a fake person is a millionaire because of crypto, because AI is so hot. Now we have the Trump dev wallet. And of course, it's Trump, it's different. But Trump dev wallet's now around the 110th richest person in the world. This is the redistribution that's happening because of crypto. Again, it's because attention is so valuable. And we figured out over the past few years what that is, what to do with it, how to capture it. And this is literally at the edge of that change. It is just starting. And man, we're going to see it many times over.
What's really, dude, something that sticks in my mind, and it's actually like it's insane to me, is 2 years ago, because it was shortly after I got subpoenaed. So we're talking January 23. You had asked if I thought that crypto, because like you're just playing out the scenarios. Can this stuff go away? Blah blah blah. And you're like, do you think that crypto could become like a sticking point in the election? Like, do you think it could be? And I'm like, nah, I just don't see it. There's not enough people in it. To fast forward 2 years, because you thought it would be, you at least thought it had a very real potential that it could be. To fast forward 2 years to where we are right now, it's crazy what it's actually become in like the US, in the world, and specifically with Trump and in politics. It's really wild.
Truly is. And I can only make those, like, I only put those thoughts out there, and I ask them because I can picture that scenario and I can feel it. And that's the experience thing. That's being, old enough to have felt how tech moves and how fast tech can grow and see how fast like culture can change. And then there's a part I can't quantify. I can't quantify the fact that everything moves faster now because of, social media and everybody doing content. And I'm like, man, however fast things used to change, multiply it by 10 or 50 or 100. And I can't quantify that. I'm like, I just know things move way faster than they ever could before because information flows so much faster. And because of that, I'm like, dude, the crypto adoption thing maybe takes a whole lot less time than I was thinking because, again, exponential growth. And it's exactly what's playing out. And it's exactly why I think this cycle gets so big so fast. And this is really important here, too. And let me make sure I got the right tweet up here. But it's to show that, yes, it's moving fast. Yes, it's a lot of money, but it has a lot of room to grow. I mean, it's probably even an understatement. This is from Binance's CEO. Right now, guys, it's under 7% of the global population owns crypto. Under 7%. And that's a bigger number than we're used to seeing even, right? We have a long fucking way to go if we still believe this is something that everybody in the world, and I mean that just about everybody in the world, is going to be a participant in crypto in one way or another. 6%. 7% of the global population has crypto. And a lot of those people are somebody who's got $5 worth of Bitcoin or $3 worth of Sol or $15 worth of Doge, and they count that number. What happens when the thing clicks that is now starting to click and they're like, oh, hang on. Okay. Now I'm hearing about it different. Okay. Now this person I know is in crypto and they actually, wow, they made a lot of money. Okay. Now I'm going to pay attention different. Guys, we've been, all of our thoughts, feelings, experience is based off of a very small user base here. NFTs for myself. That's where I've put most of my time and attention. All these predictions I have where an NFT project can go this high and it'll work like this. It's all based off of a very small base of users around the world, even in the ecosystem. What does it look like when all of a sudden it's not the few 100,000 people in it? And truthfully, it's probably a few million in NFTs. But what happens when it goes from that to tens of millions, hundreds of millions, and then, at some point, much more? It looks like summer of 2021 when every single NFT in your wallet was up. Henry and I, at one point, having very little out there, very little exposure to NFTs, but some over $1 million worth of NFTs. And it could have been realized that day, that time, literally sell, $1 million locked in. Everything was up and we couldn't fucking believe it. And that was the moment that everything changed for me, realizing what happens when people all rush to a thing that wasn't built for that many people. That is happening again right now. Very start of it. It's hard to say that we're still early, but we are. It's hard to imagine we're still early, but we are. The stuff built out now is built out for this small community. And we are small, guys. We're really small. So summer of 2021 and early 2022, the up only time frame. Picture that. And I hate to sound like a crazy bull because I've heard those guys, but I think that, man, and Henry, to your point earlier, I think we blow all of that away, and I don't even think it's close. Not just me saying that too. There's others who have leaned into that. Van Eck came out with an NFT report and said they believe that NFT volume this year is going to beat 2022. Yatsu says the same thing. So we have guys who are experts at this stuff saying that we'll see NFT volume hit an all-time high this year. That's not even talking the meme coin stuff and the AI. And it's not even talking just NFTs alone. People predicting it's going to blow last cycle away. I believe it, and I think it's going to blow people away how much it exceeds that. Dude, really exciting. So the 7% in crypto right now, the number one app, and just tie these couple points together. The number one app in the iOS App Store, it's Moonshot. This is for normies. They want this. They are coming in, and there's such an easy leap for them to make going from meme coins then to NFTs, collectibles. The people coming in now are younger. Think of I even think about my kids a lot with this stuff. I'm like, they've been hearing about crypto for years. We've already had these conversations many times. They get digital wearables. They do the Roblox thing and the Fortnite thing. They are experts at that stuff. There's a different generation that's now old enough to actually get in this stuff. And man, I think they're coming, and I think they're coming this cycle. I think it puts NFTs in a place that will shock people. Boy, dude, I'm super freaking bullish on what's coming, man. By the way, this is the moment that changed everything. I'm going to play this video clip real quick. Shit, you know what? You guys might get an echo. Let's chance it. If I get an echo, somebody shout or something. But this is the moment that changed everything. This is Mac DGods. at the Trump Gala dinner. You got a ticket to that from the his second NFT collection. Maybe it was his third, whatever. I've lost track. This is the moment that everything changed for crypto.
Thank you for the statement. Yeah, with the goggles on.
A lot of the smartest people in crypto are moving their businesses out of the U.S. because they're scared of the U.S.'s regulations.
Because of the hostility.
Correct.
Yeah, crypto is moving out of the U.S. because of hostility toward crypto.
Correct. So what are you going to do to stop it?
Well, we'll stop it because I don't want that. I don't want that. I want that. If we're going to embrace it, we have to let them be here.
Yes, sir.
Mog him. Fucking love that. And now because of that, I don't know if it's exactly because of that, because Trump, obviously was already in NFTs, but now crypto is a national priority. Now we're going to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Now we are going to be the crypto capital of the world. And just that is the most exciting thing, is to think about building happening here and the building that's going to drive everything. Fucking A, dude. I'm too excited.
Dude, it's crazy. I mean, we talked about it last night. It's like, I say it's like a privilege to be in this space right now at this time, and to have been here for any time in the past, right? But I think we're on the precipice of something huge. My wife was saying to me last night, she's like, your crypto stuff scares me. She's like, I don't know, you have a lot of hope in these things, and like you're really optimistic, and I'm like, yeah, you don't get it, but I'm not going to explain it at this point. Do you know what I mean? Like, we live this in my house. Like, I'm not going to explain it anymore. You just have to watch. Just have to watch at this point and see. Because this feels different than anything we've ever had the opportunity to be a part of.
That Euphoria is creeping in, right?
Yeah, you know what? It's been. Keep in mind, like my love of Web3 has waxed and waned a bit, because like the SEC stuff was not fun, and it kind of makes you really dislike the thing that you really like, because it taints it a lot. Now that that's starting to feel like a little bit more removed in some ways, even though it's not, it feels like, oh no, this dude's coming in and like he's making changes, and oh shit, he's launching shitcoins, and I don't know. I think the opportunity, like obviously, if you're even listening to this Spaces, or if you're on YouTube listening, like you're to your point, you're still really early. There's so many people that are still fading it, but I just think this is an opportunity that's almost like this once in a lifetime kind of opportunity to get into emerging tech really early, maybe not as early as some, but earlier than most. And have the ability to change your life and the life of like maybe some future generations.
Dude, explain what 21 felt like that summer.
Dude, looking back, 21, like we were the biggest retards ever when you look back and think of how we played it, because anything we sold, we kind of put right back into sell a JPEG, buy more JPEGs.
Yeah.
But 21, okay, like 21 felt like you couldn't lose. It literally felt like you couldn't lose. Like, okay, as long as you had the opportunity to mint this thing, you were winning. As long as you bought one of these things, you were winning. It just felt like it felt like you're walking on clouds. You're untouchable. Like, I remember thinking with Genesis Kongs, I'm like literally like, dude, there's only 1,000 of these, and I'm one of the people in the world that owns one. Like, I'm one of those people. And that same exact feeling I had with Gens is the exact same feeling that I have with Bitcoin. Like, oh, only so many people are going to be able to own Bitcoin. And at some point, it's going to be one of those things where like, they're only going to be able to own maybe a tiny little nugget of one, which is so cool, right? But like, there's not going to be a lot of people that are going to be able to own full chips of Bitcoin.
Not enough Bitcoin for every millionaire to own one Bitcoin. There's not enough. And a repricing in Satoshis, I didn't used to think that would really happen. And now I'm starting to think that probably is going to actually happen.
It's one thing to think that you own one of 1,000 or one of 10,000 JPEGs, right? In a very niche environment, which is what NFTs are. They're super niche. I'm not saying that won't change, but it's another thing to own, you know, a piece of 21 million things in Bitcoin, right? 21 million Bitcoin total, of which we know 4 to 5 million are gone. So in reality, probably 16 million Bitcoin ever will be produced ever. And you have governments like the US that are going to want to stockpile it. And you have companies and you have hedge funds, and you're going to have literally anybody who is anybody wanting these. So it's one thing to own one of 1,000, one of 10,000 JPEGs. It's another to own Bitcoin when you have how many billion people in the world? 7, 8?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the number's up to. And you figure like a lot of them are in impoverished countries and won't buy Bitcoin, but you have hundreds of millions of people that are going to want a piece of these things. Hundreds of millions.
You know what I'm not going to do?
Not to mention the governments. Yeah,
absolutely, dude. What I'm not going to do is speak a bit on what's going to fuel this, which is, man, the whole economy changing, the monetary systems changing, the way AI, guys, is going to replace jobs. It is. I think people are really, that's becoming more real now. AI is going to replace many jobs at some point, most jobs. And somehow, some way, and we talked about this, it's a deeper conversation, but UBI is going to be part of the solution. And whether that's governments handing out money, where do you think the money goes? But governments handing out money, or we kind of police it ourselves. We kind of do it ourselves. We figure out a way to redistribute money, and whatever that is has a lot to do with crypto. And so that is part of what's going to fuel this upcoming run. It is the AI stuff fueling this, but there's also a changing of the global economy. Great predictions out there that in 5 years, the markets don't even resemble what they look like now. Just money everywhere, probably worth a lot less, but incredible amounts of money in everyone's hands during that time while this shift is happening. At some points, your big old pile of money is going to be worth a lot more. Other times worth a lot less, but just know that something really drastic like that will be happening. Personally, anytime I get that kind of money, it's going to crypto, which actually is scarce. It's going to Bitcoin, which there's 21 million of them.
So just to riff off of that, like what you and Henry both said, and I know it's going to sound like a shill, mainly because it's where I have the most conviction. If you have a little bit of Bitcoin, 002, 0015, get some exposure to easy mining passes. There's 2 or 3 groups in the ordinal space that you can get, 0.001 returns per month doing nothing. And as Bitcoin becomes scarcer, mining passes are going to be one of the easiest ways. Instead of buying Bitcoin, you can be part of mining Bitcoin and get it just passively monthly.
Arm, jump up whenever, dude. I want to give you that chance real quick because you've had your hand up.
Yeah, bro.
What's up, man?
How are you doing? I'm sorry. It's very hard to interrupt you guys because it's very interesting to listen to.
I'll tell you what to do. Say, shut the fuck up, guys. My turn. You can do that. I don't mind at all.
No, not my style, bro. Okay, by the way, I would like to tell you, I know a lot of people who this night made a shit ton of money as you, but because they had a great notes and amazing bots, not even 1, 2, and they jumped on the start and sell after that. And yeah, bro, this night was crazy for many of them. And I just would like to tell you one thing. I know that Trump wasn't president before, right? We all know. And on this cycle, if you do something wrong, this will 100% affect to the ecosystem as well. So I'm bullish, but I keep my emotions in stock because I know anything can happen anytime. So be safe. Don't put all of your money to crypto. Keep it like 50-50. And I wish to you all good luck, guys.
Dude, you're awesome. And that's a great point. And we had a good reminder of that there are things that will happen that you can never plan for. Never. And I'm going to show. There's a token, and I had this up on the screen earlier. It's one of my bigger bets. It's a token called Naval. Right around the time I was really talking about this, I said, guys, you can have you can have all kinds of conviction in something, all kinds of belief, and it's backed up by all kinds of really great data points. And then you never know when something can happen, because as safe as you think some things are, this is still one of the most volatile and dangerous little ecosystems there are anywhere. And the creator of this was impacted by those LA fires. His life flipped on its head, pulls him away from deving, and I don't give a shit about the price of this. I care that that guy's safe and his family's safe. But you can't plan for that. You can't plan for that at all. And all of a sudden, the price of something you're in can go to nothing from something you couldn't even have guessed would happen. It's a reminder to just be safe, and it's probably a good idea to not go all in on stuff. That said, got a pretty fucking awesome opportunity here where we are going into up only mode, but just be safe and careful while you're doing it. And Trump, while we're peeking at it, is at another all-time high, $29 billion FDV. Market cap is almost $6 billion. Man. I can't believe
Wow.
it. This is doing. People keep throwing out. It feels like Doge, like that kind. It does. It does. Trump. The crazy part is he's only becoming more likable. Why? Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't
Wait
it?
till Elon tweets about it.
Oh, dude. That's a great. We still, like, people are saying we don't have a Trump video yet promoting it. We don't have that yet. We don't have Elon talk. We don't have any of that. We don't have T1 exchange listings yet. None of that yet.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah.
starting to FOMO. Now I might.
Actually, yeah, no. Me too. Like, actually, now I might have to dump some shit and buy a little more. Yeah, because tier 1 has got to be coming. Like, they got to be coming.
Must. Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood. Wow. And supply, short term, only 20%, like you said, only 20% of the tokens are circulating for the first 3 months. I don't know the unlock schedule after that, other than after 3 months, some of it's unlocked. I don't know if it's all unlocked, but short term, why doesn't this cook? Why doesn't this flip? Imagine the story if this flips Doge. Oh boy. It got me.
Yeah.
Got me feeling a kind of
fly
way.
though. I gotta work.
Oh,
but
dude, we got to get you out of that.
Yeah, I know.
So quick observation. Wasn't the crypto ball last night?
Yes, it was launched during the crypto ball. Yep.
So should we like start watching if Trump's going to throw crypto parties for this sort of stuff?
It's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah. It's a really good shout. Anybody who doesn't know, there was like an inauguration party yesterday. It's called the Crypto Ball. So a bunch of tech leaders and stuff in DC. And who'd have fucking thought a meme coin would be launched during it? But it's exactly what happened. And at this point, you expect the unexpected. And that does work on both sides, but expect crazier things and bigger things. And geez, dude, what's the wildest prediction you can come up with? Something we might see this cycle.
I have no idea. I mean, this changes a lot of things. I think anything's on the table at this point.
Yeah, it's like, how can you guess on something that probably you can't even see coming? Like, you're right. Is it part of what's happening with tech growing and changing so much? There's going to be something that kind of feels like it comes out of thin air that we couldn't have imagined. And, you know, it's tech that's birthing this stuff. I think whatever is going to come that will rock us will be in AI. I'm going to play a video clip real quick, and probably not the whole thing because it's 4 minutes, but have you guys heard of this? Like, I kind of thought he's crazy, and I kind of maybe still do, but this like YouTube guy who's like a pastor, and he's kind of like, I don't know if he calls himself a prophet, but people call him that. This guy, like 3 months ago or so, said he had a vision of an attack on New Orleans and Las Vegas. And I think he said like Houston or something too. He had a third, but he definitely said Vegas and New Orleans. And he described it in a really, well, man, it's exactly what played out on January 1st. He exactly what played out January 1st. He actually got it right. Could be total coincidence because he's saying some very obvious things that many people think is going to happen. He said yesterday on Alex Jones' stream that God showed him a vision of a rocket taking off with crypto. Bruh, I don't know. Do we buy this? Like, what does this mean? I'm going to play the clip real quick, and then I want to get anybody's thoughts on it. Fuck, what did I do? Okay, hang on. I'm literally going to play that. No, I can't play it again. Guys, I'm really sorry. I had the audio setting wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Here, I'll drop you the clip. Actually, fuck it. Do you guys care if I play again? I'd like people to hear it because let's do it.
This is not financial advice. I always have to say that. But this is what the Lord's showing me. So you pray about it and see what the Lord's showing you. But I saw major stuff about to take place of crypto. And I saw like a rocket ship taking off after the 20th. And it would be a funding to save America's financial and for it not to collapse.
There it is. The prophet told us, may it come to pass. I think it will. Is that guy just like low-hanging fruit? He says things that are very obviously going to happen, which, by the way, I don't want to turn this like negative, but there's a lot of thoughts that this is going to be a very scary year here in the States. I don't know if If I were a betting man, I would kind of say the same thing. And that's not like financial, maybe, but that has to do more like January 1st stuff. We hear a lot about that stuff now, and it is scary, and it makes a lot of sense to me. So no matter what, this is going to be a crazy year, yes, in crypto. It's going to be an amazing year in crypto, but kind of everything else is all these signals and signs and feelings that it's going to be a really, really crazy year. And then tonight, we get UFO footage, like the clearest UFO footage we've ever seen, like daylight, craft retrieval. And it's not some like conspiracy theorist like program. It's from like a very reputable news site, Newsmax, which I don't like Chris Cuomo, but he's an anchor on that. He's got a show on Newsmax. So they got a guy there who's been investigating UFO stuff for years with them. And I like him. He's like the best out there. He's very skeptical about stuff. He does very thorough research on it. And he's got this interview with a tier 1 intelligence officer who's like breaking this story with him. Again, a UFO retrieval, the video of him from the helicopter retrieving the craft, and we're full on going to see it, which is crazy. Which is fucking crazy. All right, you guys heard that the second time, by the way, right? You got the audio, I think we did. All right, let me see what else is going on here. I'll play this in the meantime, but I want to see what other little things I've bookmarked, what's happening in the space. Again, my belief is the Trump coin is definitely going to cook. I still see 2-3x. But to me, the play is in these AI tokens. To me, the play is in AI tokens that have all pulled back. People dump their tokens to get into this Trump coin. To me, buy into those while they're on discount, because a lot of them are on a serious discount right now. Here's Thread Guy meeting Trump at that gala dinner. You know, not that exciting. Shaking hands, cool. I like it. All right, let me look through these bookmarks. I want to see if we got any spicy stories. Otherwise, I kind of was planning on doing this for a few hours. I might not. We'll wait and get some tokenomics, some details. Here's a bubble map, and here's also a breakdown of the token holdings. Right, where we saw the 80% or so held by a team. I want to see if this tells us when those funds are unlocked. And if anybody knows, I'm actually curious too. But just be aware, in 3 months at the very least, it could be up to 80% of the tokens actually are unlocked. And yes, you better believe they're going to get dumped. In the short term, doesn't matter.
Did you see the disclaimer on the website, like specifically saying it's not a security of any type?
Yeah, maybe that's all you have to say.
It's kind of funny. Like, oh, well, if we say it's not a security, then it's not, right?
That's it. That was it all along. All you had to do is say, this is not a security, man. Who fucking knew? Ordinals. I will say, if I'm looking for places that I think are the easiest or best to grow your bags, I think it's hard to beat Ordinals in general. Just in general, not even a specific one. If you think Bitcoin is going to become digital gold, it already is, but if you really have started believing that it is something special, and 21 million is not a lot, you better believe collectibles that are preserved on Bitcoin, literally on-chain forever, that those are going to hold a special kind of value. My price predictions, anybody new to watching this stream, my price predictions are out there. At this point, I think people are starting to realize those price predictions might be spot on. Top collections over here, like Bitcoin Puppets and Quantum Cats and Node Monks and OMB. I've always listed these as the top 4 collections on Bitcoin. The floor price on those is going to be 2 Bitcoin, all the way up to 5 Bitcoin. And that sounds crazy. And I also know what happens when people get rich. And man, are they going to get rich. And I know what happens when people get greedy. I know what happens when these cycles get euphoric and people feel a certain kind of way. They make money. They can gamble with some of that money. And they also believe at the same time that that's not even that it is a safe bet. Like, they're so drunk on this space. I've been there, by the way. So drunk on this space that you're like, yeah, it's expensive, but I know this is going to 2x like next week. I know it. I'm good at this shit. I can time this, right? People fall into that trap very easy. And it's not a maybe scenario. That definitely happens. We have never had a bull market on with Bitcoin collectibles yet. They did not exist last NFT cycle. And so that same thing that happened last cycle with Cyberkongs, to Henry's point, those things got to a $600,000 floor price. Bored Apes, I can't remember how high they got. That same thing will happen for the first time over on Bitcoin. And at that point, in any sector in crypto, there will be nothing hotter than collectibles on Bitcoin, because they're collectibles on Bitcoin. It is that simple. And so those things that people will see that have at that point probably $100,000 floor price, people will be like, well, 100,000? I mean, a CryptoPunk's what? 200,000, a quarter, a million, $500,000 at that point. They're like, why wouldn't a Bitcoin collectible be the same price at least? That is the thought process that's going to happen, and it will play out that way over here. And the unit bias actually is a factor here. The fact that 0.3 it doesn't sound like a lot. When you say 0.3 Bitcoin, it's a little different. But when you just look at the numbers 0.3, 0.09, these guys who've got piles of Bitcoin, it does not register the same way with them. It doesn't. I have some Bitcoin ordinals. I got plenty of Bitcoin ordinals, and I don't have much money at all. But the numbers also work that way with me, where it doesn't sound like a lot. It doesn't. There's some weird psychological thing that happens. It is the unit bias thing. It does not register the same way. 0.09, sorry, when I'm looking at this thing, I'm like, I feel like that's got a lot of room to fly just because that number. And it will play out that way. So I just want to make sure people are looking at ordinals. You don't got to do it. None of this is financial advice, but you should be looking at them. I think it's the best way to grow Bitcoin bags is literally just be involved in that ecosystem. Up only, right? Up only, it's going to apply over there too, and in a big freaking way. Let's see.
Biggie, get up on the stage. We're going to hear your thoughts.
Biggie's here? Yeah, Biggie, if you're here, come up, man. And by the way, anybody's welcome to come up and chat. I don't see Biggie. Oh, there's
on my screen as a listener.
I got him. Biggie, you do not have to come up, but you do. You do have to come up.
Yeah, he does.
All right, send him an invite. You don't have to, Biggie freaking Poppins, but you really should. You really should. Dude, he's a guy I'd love to hear his thoughts. Like, not a Trump fan, but like
exactly. That's why I want to hear his thoughts.
That's it, dude. Super high crypto IQ and like just a thoughtful fucking dude. I would love to hear him talk about this stuff. Oh, we got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got Biggie fucking Poppins. What's up, brother, dude? Wow.
Can you hear me? Am I coming through?
Loud and freaking clear, man. How are you?
My God, dude. I feel, I'm not gonna lie to you, Huda, I'm very happy for those that won. I'm feeling like some sort of way. Literally, I found out about it a little too late, right? Like it was at 9 billion. And, you know, my fam had already gone to sleep. But it basically happened in that one time that I'm like, okay, I'm done with the computer, you know? I'm going to spend some time with my family and distract myself and shit. So I'm very much going through that. This is why I'm always in front of that fucking thing, you know? This is why I never, like, I don't even want to get up and go take a pee, you know? Like, I'm in that spot right now. It's just unbelievable. Like you said, at the same time, I mean, I'm bullish. I mean, to think that this is actually happening. We were talking about it months beforehand, and we're here. And the dude literally launched the meme coin before, you know, he gets sworn into office. It just tells me that I don't know. All bets are off the table. I don't know how to fucking make sense of this.
Biggie.
Like, now, the one thing I'm gonna be listening to, Huda, when he's sworn into office and he's giving his speech, you know what it is, right?
What?
Strategic reserve fucking currency.
Yes.
Like, that's all I want to hear. Like, he just needs to say it once. Just like, you know, at this point, call me greedy. I mean, I hope he says crypto even. Like, that'll be amazing. But between him getting sworn in and the next couple of weeks, if that phrase is uttered, I like my even the most bullish people that I have, like, I don't know, like for me, I don't know, my price targets was always like 170 to 210.
Get the fuck out.
You know? Yeah, it's gone, right? Like, I don't know how to quantify this shit.
Biggie, say the words. Say the fucking words. You know what I need you to say right now. This time.
Strategic reserve currency?
Different words. Biggie, this time.
This time is absolutely. I mean, I've been saying it in my show, Huda. It's fucking Q that wants to nail down innings. I've been like, dude, until this man is sworn in, I don't care to tell you about innings. And now that he's about to get sworn in, I don't have an inning for you. Have you been here? Have you seen a fucking token ever in 3 hours go to 13 billion? In less than 24 hours, go to 25 billion? I get it. The fucking distribution is something that you would never touch with a 10-foot pole if it was anybody else, any other token, right? But because it's him and it's official and it comes from us, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to, like, you know, it's one of those things where I'm like, should I even be in crypto? Like, what the fuck? Like, how does this happen?
Absolutely crazy. Let me. I wouldn't be a friend if I said this. If I did not say this, by the way, I'm going to say something that you already know. But again, when things happen like this and you feel a kind of way, your friend's got to remind you. Missing stuff will happen. It will happen many, many times over, as will those opportunities. More opportunities keep coming, and you are so plugged in and you are so active that you are not going to miss all of them. You're going to miss some, dude, but all of them, nope. You being here and active means you're going to hit some of these in a big, big way. So don't feel bad about it, dude. I missed it too.
No, I feel you, man, and thank you for it. Really, I did need to hear that, and you're an awesome, awesome friend.
Dude,
It's just
Adam Hollander. Right? Adam Hollander gave a great. Let me just say real quick. Adam Hollander put this out. I tried to share in your space, it won't let me. It says, so the question isn't how high Trump can go. It's where everyone's going to move their winnings to next. So skate to where the puck is going. It reminded me of GIF back in the day. And that's exactly what we need to focus on.
This is so true. And that's what I'm doing right now, kind of like looking at, because a lot of these Solana tokens especially got hit hard, right? And so there's a lot of things that are on sale that I wanted to get in on.
There we go.
And that's what I'm going to be researching. No, I feel you, man. It's just like, damn, dude, like, like you spend all your time in front of this computer. You're just like, dude, there's no way. Like I'm minimizing, the amount of time I spend away so that I don't miss it. And then you end up missing shit, and you're like, God damn it, dude.
Yep.
Like
have a chat with your alpha group.
Time with fam and friends and all this shit, and you're like, and you still miss it.
It's still like, a great reminder. It's still time to say, hey, friends, we do this together. We've always done it as a group. It's time to really lock in, and you do an @everyone tag when there's something like this. It's just a good reminder.
If this isn't that reminder, right? Like this is that dinner bell. It's like if you're not seeing what's coming, then you're blind.
Yes.
But
dude.
Yeah, I'm stoked, dude. I'm mostly stoked for my BTC bags. I'm a BTC bull. And so yeah, I'm just gonna be watching out for that. I mean at this point seeing this, I can't imagine him not uttering those words or making moves to do that. And if he does, Huda, do you have fucking targets? Like what happens if he does say that? And you just start seeing governments start buying and all this.
It's impossible.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's impossible. My bet is on Ordinals, right? That's where my bet is. My bet is that this is the super cycle, omnicycle, golden bull run. Targets impossible. It's supply demand. Who's actually going to be selling? Nobody can guess without knowing those things, and nobody knows. What I do know is AI is going to be the thing this cycle still. AI and Bitcoin. So that's where my bets are. AI agents, AI utility tokens, platform tokens. Again, guys, look at the SlamNet ecosystem. Actually, it's not SlamNet anymore. It's Slam AI. A launchpad, agents, all that token coming soon, all that guy. We're not tweeting about this stuff yet. It's not, or we don't really want it out there yet, but it's on the light paper. That is live on the site, Slam AI and our bull agent. Like there's nothing I'm more bullish on than AI. There's nothing. And so that's where my bet is. It's not going to be on Bitcoin, although ultimately, and I'll make this very clear, my goal is to grind out wins throughout the next year or two and just keep pushing it over into Bitcoin and keep growing that bag. That should be your number one or number two goal. Top two goals for me are, well, I have three goals. It's stack Bitcoin, get a CryptoPunk, and keep some money in USDC. Like definitely make sure to take profits and tuck it away and keep it safe. But price predictions, I don't know other than consistently saying higher. It just goes higher than people are thinking. That 150 now, it's the 200, not even, I think much higher than 200. I think 300, 400K is very possible this cycle. That might be the limit of where I think it goes, but I also always allow for that extreme scenario. And the extreme scenario to me this cycle is, could it hit 1 million this cycle? And to me, it's pretty out there. That's a 10x from where we're at now, but could it happen this cycle? And what the fuck even is a cycle anymore? But I'm like, yeah, I think it could happen.
Yeah. I mean, if he does the strategic reserve thing, 1 million can most definitely happen.
Dude, it becomes a national security thing at that point, and countries all fighting to get that supply while it's still out there to get. And man, that's the supply shock that happens.
Yeah, for sure, dude. And I think, like, I don't know, man. It even makes me think, like, I was always very cautious about, who or what I spoke to regarding crypto, right? Just because we know, like, you can become a target, especially during the bull cycles where people's imaginations just fly. Something like this yeah, it's something that should be in all of the back of our minds, right? Especially us that are very vocal and present and are always in the space. It's just kind of like, hey, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just like, it's crazy to think that this is happening. You know how I feel about this administration, so we don't need to get into that. But in regards to crypto, goddamn, I'm giddy, Huda. I'm actually going to be watching this inauguration like a fucking hawk, paying attention to every word. But yeah, and with obviously the charts and the buy and sell buttons right next to me. I think things are going to fly.
It really is, and we said earlier, we are going to get that up only time. That's coming here. It might actually have started now. Up only, everything up. As new people rush in, as the stuff that's there right now starts getting. I mean, people got to flood into what's there right now until the supply catches up. And like I know there's a ton of supply in meme coins and NFTs, but what will happen is mint season in NFTs, and that's what I'm really looking forward to is mint season. But so as this thing heats up, projects and people are going to like launch all kinds of NFT collections. But like that's the magic time right there. It's my favorite time is the rush of people now pushing all these NFT prices up. And then the mints start happening everywhere, and everybody rotating from the existing stuff now into those, pushing all those up. And at some point, then that's when it collapses. But those are your ways to measure where we're at in the cycle. That those haven't happened yet. Floor prices are up, but not much.
I can't wait for the NFT cycle, right? Because it's the most fun. I think I was hearing Henry a little earlier, and goddamn, I miss that guy.
He's awesome.
But yes, I agree with him so much, right? Like, if you can give that experience to most of these normies that are going to be coming in, a legit one, not one where you're getting rugged or you end up in like a ghost town, but like actually join a cool NFT community that you're proud to fucking rock the PFP and hang out and be a part of that group. It's game over, man. Like you said, I don't know what volatility looks like going forward if we can do it right this time around, you know, and actually capture these people and have them stay and like partake in these cool communities that we're all been a part of for the longest time.
Yep, and they're cool, they're fun, and they're magic, and I've made really great friends like freaking you, Biggie Poppins, like one of my absolute favorite people I've met here. And that's where some like really special stuff happens in this space is you find like, man, you find the community, but you actually find brothers and sisters in this space, and it's not just saying those words, it's truly. Like I've met some of my best friends in this space from just doing this stuff. And I'm lucky I got family in the space too, but man, it really is a magic thing that's happening here. And the more you're in it, the more you feel that it's really a forever thing. So looking forward to that just getting hot and heavy too as we go, you know, along the days and weeks and months and now years. It's very clear it's years of just special stuff going on.
Let me ask you, like, because I know you're very big into the agent stuff too. Like, what are your top three like go to? And you can't like. I want to try to exclude, and I hate using the term the blue chips, right? But like don't give me Goatsius and fucking AI16Z and shit. Like, what are the ones that you're most excited about that you think have yet to really get people's attention or really outperform? And I'll give you mine.
Yep.
I have two specifically.
Go ahead, go. You can do yours, and I'll do mine.
All right, Ava for Hollow World and Digimon. Both of them are kind of from the same eco. I think Hollow World is going to absolutely slay. Yeah, I'm really bullish on that.
I like Hollow World a lot. I don't know what Digimon. Remind me what Digimon is.
Digimon is kind of like Pokemon. Remember Kevin, the ugly ass NFT that came out all fucking those dudes. But
wait, it's actually them.
I mean, it's the company, but it's like obviously like it's got all the right backers, Animoca.
You're talking about Pixelmon?
Yeah, Pixelmon. Yeah,
Pixelmon.
So okay, so this is like Digimon, along the same lines. I'm not sure if it's the exact same company, but you should take a look at it. Like the dev is really cracked, and there's some you know, they got some very big backers there. You know, I got into it at around 10 mil. It's around 30 right now. But I mean, I think that ecosystem in general is going to do really, really well. And so, yeah, those are my two picks: Ava, which is like the first one that dropped on Hollow World, and then Digimon.
I love it. I love it. Digimon, I got to peek at and dive into, but you know, if it's what I think it is, agents in gaming ecosystem kind of stuff, hell yeah. My picks, I mean, I still think AI16Z is going to be top dog and might be also another 20, 30, 50 billion dollar coin, maybe 100. Like I'm going crazy with that one. That's my maybe. And it's at least, okay. I think there's going to be an AI token that cracks the top 10 cryptos. I think we're going to see an AI token that can hit 100 bill market cap because I think they're not memes. They're more their utility, their tech, their what's the right word for it? Their infrastructure. They are just the beginning of it, but we're seeing infrastructure tokens.
And they don't get sad during bear markets and leave the space, right? They just keep working 24/7.
Exactly right.
I agree with you, man, 100%.
So
which are your picks?
Well, so AI16Z, I'm not going to include it here, but I'm just saying, just setting the stage with that. That's, I think, one of the most special. I'm going to go with as far as I'm going to give 3 picks. And one of them is going to be not count because I'm going to shield my own shit again. I am because I'm proud of what we're doing. But ARK. I think ARK is a very, very, very spicy play. It is a, you know what? Now I don't remember quite if it's a launch pad or a framework, but it is an AI ecosystem. And I'm going to say I think it's a launch, maybe it's both. It's an AI framework / launchpad that's built on Rust. This is the language that the Solana ecosystem is coded in and based on. And so it's going to be very easy for devs from Solana to go and build in this ARK ecosystem just because of that. I think this coin's really, really special. The ecosystem special. They're also now partnering with the Abstract blockchain, which is the Pudgy Penguins ecosystem. So expect to see a big presence of ARK over there. $329 million market cap. I don't think, no astronomical prediction here, but I think $1 billion is programmed in. I think there's a 3x in this easy, and I think in the short term, because Abstract Chain is launching soon, because Solana is starting to cook now. So 3x short term, I'm not going to be shocked to see this. Honestly, if it hits 3 bill, won't be shocked at all. Like, not even a little bit. But I like ARK for a relatively safe bet that has really good upside. You guys hear me talk about Naval. That is one of my biggest bets, period. This is not going to blow you away with tech. Not at all. This is not a tech play. This is one of the most speculative things I have, and I also
like
feel like it's
agent?
Which, Naval?
Yeah.
It's close. Look, this will be it's an agent that will chat. It's also going to trade Polymarket. It will end up trading crypto markets, I believe, too. But Polymarket is the one. Prediction markets is the one that it's definitely going to be doing like next week. I think the big old X factor is 2 things with this one. Well, let me insert something really important for people who are on Spaces and can't see the screen. I'm showing it here. It's a $2.3 million market cap. It is tiny. It is fucking tiny compared to most AI agents. This one has a dev who I love. It's Bored Elon Musk. He's an awesome fucking dude. He's iconic in this space. That's maybe a little far, but he's a big name in this space and really well respected. It's his connections that have me bullish on this. The fact that Elon Musk follows him. Elon Musk engages with him. I'm betting we're going to get a tweet about this agent from Elon Musk. I'm betting it. And Bored said the same thing. I interviewed him on my show, asked him if he would still make that bet. And he said, yeah, I would. I would kind of count on it. So I think we get an Elon Musk tweet about this AI agent that's trading prediction markets that also is going to live in the metaverse. It's one of the bigger angles for this. It's going to have like a body. It's going to be plugged into metaverses, and the metaverse meta is coming back in a big, big way because it's going to be AI agents that live in them. They can feel very alive. So when that happens, this will be one of those things people are going to talk about, and they will see. Because the Elon tweet, Jack Butcher is friends with him. So I'm kind of expecting a Jack Butcher tweet or engagement. Other celebs, that's my biggest reason for playing this. I think we're going to get some big accounts tweeting about this thing. And when that happens and people see 2.3 mil market cap or even 5 or 10 or 20 mil market cap, they say, but AIXBT
laughable.
Is 2 bill. And any all these other throwaway ones are 50 to 100 mil. They're going to be like 2.3 mil, and it's Bored Elon Musk, and Elon Musk just talked about it. Like, oh, fuck that. I got to get some. It's almost by default, I think you got a play here. And it's like, if that scenario happens, I'm betting it will, it's not like a 5x you get out of this. It's not a 10x. At 2.3, man, I think you got like a 50x potential in this thing. Highly, highly, highly fucking speculative, but you literally have that kind of potential in a coin with this low market cap. With a dev we know who it is. It's not somebody who's going to scam and rug. We know who he is, and he's well-respected and very well-connected. So that's one of my biggest plays and biggest bets. And the final one, I'm just going to shill the bull. I have to. I'm proud of it. Knowing behind the scenes what I know and what's coming.
Booker hasn't answered me yet. I'm pissed.
What, today or in general?
Yeah, I thought if I tagged you along with it, like it would respond to me, but no, he's being a little bitch.
He's probably getting close to being rate limited. And this happens, the most popular agents. Guys, if this agent were tradable now, he's not. If he were tradable and he had a market cap, he would be one of the top agents via engagement. Like if Cookie.fund measured that. I don't think it's a mind share thing, but if they could measure engagement, he's one of the top engaged agents because the replies are blown up, people farming tokens. So knowing what I know as far as what's going on behind the scenes, and you guys can see a good chunk of that on slamai.xyz. You can see our light paper. You can see what's coming. It's an AI agent launchpad. It's from us, guys. It's from CryptoSlam. I even don't know what I can and can't say there. It's partially whatever. You guys fucking get it.
We want Allo.
Well, I'll just tell you this, dude. You get the bull tokens for free. But this is explaining here. That is a play in this bigger ecosystem that's coming. That is going to have a Slam token. Look, if I have a say about this, I think it'd be cool if bull holders got an allocation of Slam. That's what I think. And that's absolutely what I would tell the team and have told the team. Bull holders should get an allocation, like an airdrop of Slam. I hope that happens. I'll make that case. I'm going to push for exactly that. So I think it'd be fun to go bag some bull. Tweet at him. He will send you free tokens only for like the next week, and then that's over. And then it's fucking go time. But those are what I'm bullish on. Naval, Arc, and then the bull.
I love those picks, right? Like I think, and I'm sure you've been, keeping tabs on it. Like there's definitely going to be a moment of crisis with these AI agents. I think like a lot of them are just glorified chatbots. But I agree that these other tokens that can do tasks on your behalf or have access to really high quality data are going to be the ones that are going to outperform. I'm curious, Huda, when it comes to these agents that trade for you, right? Like, I need to check out Naval now. I have been playing Polymarket, and I know like the big darling or the one that everybody has very high hopes for right now is Prompt, right? Wayfinder from the Parallel team. My only concern there, right, is very much like smart contract risk, bridges, and maybe like convoluting data, right? Like imagine if I go and I'm like, yes, buy me some Naval, and maybe I don't take a look at the contract that it pulls up, and it's like this one, and I'm like, yeah, 100 ETH, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, wrong Naval, right? Yep. Like it bought it on Cardano, or again, like if it needs to bridge assets. That's the only thing that concerns me there, Huda, with these agents that can, take control of your assets, is that I can almost bet that one of them is going to fuck up majorly and can cause, I don't know, like just like a lot of hesitation in using them and can impact the space in a negative way in that regard.
The solution
other
for
than
that?
I'm very excited of that. What is it?
I'm with you. Part of the solution, I think, is more of the AI agents being on chain. There needs to be some, the same way a NFT project, like you're saying, you got a contract on chain, and people can go verify it, but they got to know all kinds of things to even know if the contract they're looking at is the official one. We need some kind of authenticated stamp that goes on these agents. The agents need to be an NFT. They do. They just need a way that you can tie an agent to the coin, and that it's easy to identify right off the bat. And to me, blockchain is where that's stamped for people to see. And then you point these agents to that, to whatever that system is. Like news is going that way. News is starting to stamp articles and stories with an official something. And that is on chain now, and it's more and more going on chain. And it's places like CNN that are starting to do that stuff. So to me, the solution for that, without having the full idea and picture of what it is an on-chain solution. It is with some kind of authentication system. And again, if it's things that I can get built into what we're doing, which will be a blockchain, to me, that's part of the solution.
Yeah, for sure. It's early days, right, with everything that's being developed with this stuff. But I'm really excited, and I agree with you. Like I think this is the. For a second there, I thought it was going to be meme coins, and maybe yes, right. But I think the leader is going to be AI and AI agents. And the last one, because I gave you two. The last one that I'm just like not sleeping on because I know they're building really dope shit is Near. I think the Near ecosystem is gonna come out of fucking nowhere and just slay on the AI agents front. You know, if you're familiar with that token.
Dude, I really like Near. I really like it. So I'd be happy to see that. Like, fuck. So I'm with you there. Confusion, I just saw your request. I'm trying to bring you back up now if you still are trying or want to come up. And that's open to anybody. Anybody who wants to come and say hello. Get
Bro,
in the conversation.
I just gotta say thank you for bringing me up, dude. This is this has really turned my day a lot, dude. Like that, my God, bro. I was just like losing it, and I saw you guys having the space, and I was like, yeah, I know who has got the right message, and yeah, it's cool to hang out here with you and Cats, and I see Nev and Dubious, man. I love this space.
It's the fucking best, and not to sound like cheesy or whatever, but a large part of that is what we talked about before. It's the community, it's the friends, it's getting to do this fun stuff together. It's like having each other's back. It's you motherfuckers that should have done an everybody tag. It's doing that stuff. It's helping each other out, and it's like winning together. And we felt what it's like to win together before. We are very positive now. We're about to feel it again, and it's just the fucking best doing it with friends. We gotta, by the way, find a way to get everybody here because we do have a community. We just don't have a single destination for the community. Like I've got a Telegram that I never post in anymore. I've got a little private Discord. It's got to be something for us to start making these big wins together. We'll figure this out sooner rather than later. And whitelists, of course, we're going to get a ton. We had whitelists yesterday for one of the biggest mints on Abstract. If you guys keep tuning into these shows, you're definitely going to get some spicy whitelist opportunities. We will fucking cook all cycle like. We will. Okay, Confusion's trying to connect. He's like, guy's fucking awesome. I'm trying to get him up here. Yeah, he's rugging, huh? All right, we'll give him another minute. Otherwise, if nobody else wants to come up, I'm probably going to wrap in a few minutes. Biggie, what do you got going on today?
Yeah, as you can imagine, I'm probably going to spend a good chunk of my time in front of the computer in case, I don't know, somebody else if Elon decides to fucking drop a token. I don't know. I'm just going to be annoyed. Although I don't know, what do you think? He should probably let Trump coin have its weekend. Yeah. In my opinion,
I know. No. Elon's waiting for one.
I'm not gonna put it past them to fucking just launch token after token.
Well, so they will at some point. Elon is going to as well, but he's not yet. Elon's waiting for one big old thing, which is he is slowly, and it's going to happen all of a sudden when it does happen, he's building X into a payment platform too. He's going to integrate crypto on X as well. And when that happens, he's going to launch a meme coin exactly like Trump's doing here. I mean, you can fucking bet on that. That is going to happen. So Musk will do a meme coin. It's not yet, but I don't think that's far off. He'll take advantage of this crypto cycle too. He's going to turn X into a crypto trading platform like a DEX. And look out, Elon token at that point. I wonder what he'd call it.
Absolutely, man. Like I'm curious, Huda. Like, do you have a fucking inning at this point?
Yeah, I think I do. Okay, I would.
Oh, please.
Yeah. Let me see. I think we are in the third or fourth inning. I think it's pretty fucking early.
Okay, I'll accept that. Yeah, very early. Very early.
It's pretty early. Yeah, not even halfway there. And
I mean, my predictions were always like, by June. I was just kind of like, and not because I'm bearish. I just always like to, prepare for the best, expect the worst. So I was like, yeah, June is like traditionally, if we were following the model, like by June, it's over, or we're gonna start going down. Now I'm not so sure. I don't think so. Like, especially if you're gonna have this whole administration like really leaning into it hard and trying to like either bring back the companies that have left or prevent the ones that are looking to leave, from doing so and staying here and giving them, clear regulation or any whatsoever, because it's just launching way before he's in there. Yeah, I think, bets are off there too, and I hope that's the case because That would just be a lot more fun.
Dude, respect to people who are able to like take new information and adjust their game plan and stuff. Like if you're thinking cycle peak, by June-ish or so, and then seeing new stuff and you're like, okay, no, maybe if we didn't get it spot on, we're readjusting and we're going to make changes to the plan based on that. Like major fucking respect for that. My thoughts have changed a little too.
Held loosely, right?
Yes, dude. Yeah. Now, my thought was like a lot of people out there, peak of the crypto market in the fall, peak of NFTs a year from now. So literally like 21, 22 cycle, crypto runs and we had an all-time high in November of 21 for crypto. NFTs peaked like February, March of 22. I'm like, I think the same thing plays out this time. NFT peak very early 2026. And now I'm like, now I'm not so sure. Now it might be bigger and longer. And maybe this is the time where so many people come in that it's not a cycle in the way we're used to seeing. We'll just kind of a matured ecosystem will not have the same kind of cycles. Dude, fucking Henry's back and Confusion's up. Fuck
and
yeah.
Biggie's here. I see Biggie's here. Dude, he has been on my mind so much lately.
Dude,
bro,
I'm like, today.
I just haven't heard Biggie. I haven't seen Biggie. Great to see you. Great to hear from you, man.
Feelings mutual, dude. I was just telling Huda that I was like, I heard Henry. He was talking about Bitcoin and communities and being part of like really dope fucking projects. And yeah, you're one of those dudes, man. It's good to hear your voice, dude. Good to be up here with friends, man. Especially on a day like today where I missed this fucking token, Henry. I am so fucking pissed. The one time I decided to spend time with my family, this MFer decides to drop this shit.
I'm not gonna lie. I just dropped in like 20 soul into Trump.
Jesus, dude, nice.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not?
I think it's fucking smart. I really, really do.
Because I feel like there's still a 3x in it. That might be crazy, but like I feel like it's. I just want to be a part of it. Like more than the position that I originally took.
So where are we at now? $6 billion market cap, 29 billion FDV. It's got a 3x in it. It absolutely does. It's got a 2x just to get to like Pepe levels. And it's got a 3x to get to like Sheeb levels. It absolutely can do that. And I'm going by market cap, not FDV. But
have any details been like revealed regarding the 80% that they've kept of the currency? That's my only concern there.
Sorta. Actually, there's a really good point from Marty Party, who I think is excellent. Okay, details. It's 3 months before tokens are unlocked, and I don't know how many are unlocked right away. But Marty makes a really good point, and I think he's right. This might have been a masterpiece in a drop. And by the way, if that's the case, like after we get all these details, you got to remember Trump's NFT drops were damn near flawless. He did a great job with those NFT dude, Henry, we always said whoever ran that project, whatever team that is fucking excellent. They understood the rarity game, like with the traits. They understood the rewards with the actual like rare stuff you could pull, including free tickets to go to his gala dinner. I'm like, these guys get it. Like whoever that team is like top notch. They might have just pulled it off with meme coins too now. Okay. Vesting schedule, the 80% held. Marty's saying it's fair launch. It's like a really interesting way to do a fair launch. So silence. Don't publicize and keep an inner circle. This cuts out snipers. That is the biggest launch, or biggest risk to a launch at the start. It is snipers. Do a TGE token generation event. This means you release a small percentage to the public initially, and then over months release more supply in a vesting schedule. Once again, cuts out snipers. Once the token reaches a high value, it's no longer financially viable to snipe. And then the TGE is executed on a blockchain program. Why am I reading like a retard? The TGE is executed and a blockchain program takes over autonomously. Once initiated, it can't be stopped or changed. This schedule will emit to a pre-configured wallet based on the schedule. Anyway, all of this is to say, control the supply to keep the price doing what it's doing, but also to keep snipers out as best they can. I think they might have pulled off something special here. And then last point, based on what he's saying, it sounds like it's a full 36 months for full token emission. So tokens start unlocking in 3 months, but it's 3 full years for all those tokens to hit the market, which this might be awesome.
That's what I thought I originally read. 3 years. Yeah.
I love it. Fucking love it. Yeah, there's the vesting schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I don't want to turn from Trump, but I do have something else that I think is worth keeping an eye on as well.
Hit us, man.
Well, the thing is, on Tuesday, I think Tama.meme, that's Ronin's meme launch pad, is going to be going live. and there's going to be opportunities there. There's been I'm not bullish overall long term on Ronin being a shitcoin chain by no means, but there's been a lot of well, I don't want to say a lot because it's still a permission chain. The mints that happen on Ronin tend to do well as far as like, 2, 3, 4. There was one yesterday, 6, 7x. And the thing is, I think a lot of the Ronin natives a lot of them just do not play on other chains. So I think a lot of them have been waiting for like an opportunity to play in shitcoins. I think a lot of people will get wrecked, but if you've been playing shitcoins, I think it's just really stupid to not be looking at Ronin right now, because there's going to be a period of time, whether it survives long term or not, it's a whole different story. I'm just saying, if you're looking for like somewhere where you've got some shitcoin game, I think that's a place where experience will do well.
Dude, a lot of guys in Ronin with deep pockets, like very, very fucking degen community. So look for the ecosystems where it's not the focal point now, because what happens is, and you guys are seeing it now, you get ahead of the wave that comes in. Could it play out over there, right?
Yeah, there's just like, there's some feels that you get from playing in shitcoins of like when to get in, when to get out. And I think there's a lot of inexperience there. And it might sound bad to say like good opportunity to, I mean, the reality is like these things work on there being exit liquidity out there, right? That's how it works. So like it's just a place where it's worth getting a Ronin wallet and being ready for shitters to go live on Tuesday, because some of them will cook. And like if you're a Kong, I see some Kong PFPs out there. I know they're ready because the info on what's going to do well, I feel like, is fairly consolidated over there. Like there's a cabal, but they're not like the scummy type of cabal that we think of like when we think of the cabal. It's more like there are the influential people over there, and I really believe they're going to be the ones that are going to initially move the markets. They're going to be the ones that are going to be like the shot callers of like, get in this, get in this. So if you have your ear to the ground, I just think there's going to be some opportunities in the first few weeks to be able to get into some shitters that might do well. Also, there's like inexpensive NFTs over there that are going to get meme coins dropped to them, because like the projects are more than likely doing meme coins. So just something, this is not like, hey, you're going to make massive gains. I just think that there's opportunities there.
What's the ecosystem? Joe, get your ass up here if you want, man. Joe's in the chat over on YouTube. Again, guys watching or listening on X, we are streaming on YouTube as well. What's the ecosystem, Henry, or platform?
It's Tama, TAMA.meme.
They got an X account?
Yeah. It's by, so there's a project over there called Moku. So this is being done by Moku. Moku has a collection called Moki. But like if you go to, let me just look on X, and like Ronin is backing this meme launcher. Like again, I'm not convinced that like shitcoins are going to thrive on Ronin. I just think there's going to be an initial opportunity there that has the potential to do well.
Yep.
It could be like ApeCoin, where if you bought the first like 2 or 3 decent looking ones, you probably did like a 5 to 10x. Sounds like that. It's a good it's a good risk to reward, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And there's some projects like getting a Moku or a Moki CanStar, I think, is one that the floor is around 80 RON. I think they're talking about doing a meme. I just think like, again, I realize there's a little bit of a barrier. You need to get a Ronin wallet, but like once you do that and you bridge some ETH over or some USDC and convert it to RON, like once you do that, I just think like this upcoming week, if you're looking for some plays, that's an ecosystem. Keep in mind, like Axie Infinity's been around. They started all this shit, right? That's where they live, and there's just like a whole community that's waiting for this kind of thing to happen. So I just think it's worth taking a look.
I like it. Hey, especially if the quant agrees, then I'm in. Another all-time high. This Trump coin ain't moving. I'm really trying to not capitulate here, but 32 billion.
Oh my god! I didn't even buy enough.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did. I mean, nobody. How many holders of this, by the way? Almost 500,000 holders in this coin in 12
Holy
hours.
Shit.
That's
Holy
unbelievable.
shit.
That's crazy.
Never seen anything like this.
Could we see $1 trillion shitcoin?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that
one
sounds
day, yes.
ridiculous.
Dude, one day, yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I can't fathom this cycle, but absolutely one day, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, like Henry, because I know you're like really well versed in regulation and all that. But seeing this, because like regulation hasn't been passed yet, but just seeing this, does this mean any entity can now launch a token? Because a lot of people were front running this very notion, right? And I think this is where we're headed. If that's the case, just wait till a fucking Kardashian drops a goddamn token.
Bro, I think the only other person that could be more bullish on launching a shitcoin, literally, there's one person that I think could make it more bullish, and that's Gary Gensler himself.
Oh, dude.
And the reality is, like, this is a guy who is over Gary Gensler, and obviously Gensler's leaving. But if you look at it from a standpoint of like, who, like, where are they in the pecking order? Gensler, it would be insane, right? You're like, the SEC chair just launched a shitcoin. But the president of the United States launching a shitcoin, you can make an argument to your point, Biggie. Like, I mean, if everybody, and dude, I know what we have to painfully do every time we're looking at doing anything. And it's hours of legal calls, legal theories, reading through shit that half of us don't understand. And all of a sudden, I kind of feel like I could just take a lot of those papers and just tear them up. Here's why. Like, there are no KYC AML standards for this, right? You're not required to be an accredited investor. He literally has marketed this thing on his Twitter. He's for the most part, we talked about this earlier on the show, like he's for the most part violated, according to what the SEC currently says, Section 5 of the 1933 Securities Act. Like, kind of. Like, you're promoting a token for financial gain.
Guys, I'm going to grab a coffee real quick. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Henry, you left when I brought it up, but on the site it says specifically that it's not intended as a security. So I said, well, all along you just needed to say that it wasn't a security, and you're
so
fine.
Funny.
Apparently.
I saw that. I love it. I'm just like, it's kind of like, yeah, all of a sudden, all bets are off to a certain degree. I mean, the SEC is ultimately there to carry out the mission that the administration wants to see carried out. So while they are like autonomous, he's installing people that are going to see things his way. So like, to me, is this a signal like, hey, yeah, anybody can launch a coin, anybody can launch a token? I kind of feel like it is. I mean, that's not probably sound legal theory, and I bet our attorneys would probably make an argument against it, but like, what's the argument against it? The president just launched one. Fuck. Which, by the way, when he launched World Liberty Financial, there was accredited investor standards. So it's kind of like, okay, they're following the rules, they're doing what you're supposed to do, etc. This one, it was literally just like, fuck it. Full degen.
That's why I said that. He knows what he's about to implement. So, he knows the rules he's about to put in place. Why not go ahead and get ahead of it?
I know, man.
And you know better than most, right, Henry, what it costs to actually do these things properly if you were to want to, avoid any jail time, right? Like incorporating offshore, having the right structure, wording it correctly. You probably have to token gate certain countries, all this shit out the window.
Bro, I was just on a call, like, in CyberCongs, we've said it, like 25, we want to be a big year for us. So there's just a lot of things that we're looking at, and a lot of things we're looking at doing. And these things that we're looking at doing, we are also, and have been, let's say up until yesterday, and through yesterday, because this happened last night, we're looking at all of them through the prism of how can we do this as safely as possible, to all of the points you just made, right? And I can't tell you how much time I spent with our legal counsel just this week on some of the things we're talking about. So I'm talking to our legal counsel, then I'm going back to the team, then we're reviewing documents, and we're going through, we are going through sentences and literally like looking up definitions of words to make sure, like, okay, well, do we meet this? Do we meet this? Are we a money service business? Are we a money transmitter? Are we this? Are we that? Here's what we would have to do to exclude US. Like, we're looking at all these things, and literally, you know, the meme of just like the dude on the desk with the papers, and he's just like shuffling them around, like, fuck it. Right now, it feels like that. Like, oh, maybe all of that shit can just go out the window, because if the president of the United States can launch a fucking shitter just like that, and it can run to $30 billion, and he's kind of in charge, well, what do we got to do? Maybe nothing.
By the way, I just realized I'm way overthinking this as far as it's pretty expensive now, but should I get in? The most powerful, popular, influential person in the world has a token. The end. The end. Any other market cap out there is in reach. I don't care if it's a platform or a product. I don't care what it is. There's nothing bigger, more popular than this guy. The end.
No, and it is in the place that needed it the most, because if you would argue that Xi Jinping launched a shitcoin, you'd be like, oh, that's cool, but like, I don't care what's happening in China, because like that is not having the type of effect that regulations have had in like the US, right? It happening here by him now, it's like, I bet as the day goes on and as the weekend goes on, it'll start to resonate even more. But I think it's massive. Like, I want to call our attorneys today and just be like, what do you think? Like,
it's not only that. I'm telling you, on his website, you can use your debit card. Do you think normies are going to use a debit card or looking at the market cap? Like, this is crazy. You can use a debit card to get a crypto coin. Come on, a meme coin. This is crazy.
Okay, so last night we were talking about like Trump can be great for the market, and he could fuck things up. So could you make the argument that like we didn't need Trump to launch a shitcoin? I mean, it's cool as hell, right? But like, we didn't need him to do that, because maybe it only has the potential, if it dumps, for people to get wrecked. And then all of a sudden you've got class action lawsuits against this, like you see with Pump.Fun. I'm not trying to get bearish on it. I'm just trying to think the other side. Like, some people will get wrecked on this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. People will get wrecked on this.
Just trying to think of where does that happen? Where's that level?
Well, yeah, I guess like if you're buying now and the market cap dips, 70% or 90% or whatever, there's going to be, I guess what I'm saying is, do we need him to lead good policy, or do we need him to lead shitcoins?
Yeah, it's good points. The most important factor right now is just keeping in mind supply. I think it's 200 million tokens are in supply right now, which all things considered is a pretty small amount, pretty fucking small. So this really can move aggressively still for a minute.
Also, how many people, like, if they went about this, like, let's say the right way, like where they're thinking like, we need to support this, how many people does he have on the sidelines? His wealthy friends, the Wins, the Edelmans, like, how many people could be on the sidelines that are like, well, fuck it, I'm going to support Donald. We're going to support Donald today, honey. We're buying, $4.5 million worth of his new token.
Yep. Oh, dude.
Who knows?
It's insanity. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this.
33.5 billion.
This time it's different, brother. Dude, this time it's different.
What was the FTV of Hyperliquid at its peak?
16? Did it go higher than that, or was it like 16?
I feel like it was higher, and I might be thinking Uniswap. But it's just to show that potential is there. There's precedent. Yes, those are DeFi platforms. Major. But I'm still now thinking back to the most popular name, or can we call them a brand even? It is the Hyperliquid right now is a $20 billion FTV. I think I would take Donald Trump over Hyperliquid, you know what I mean, as far as recognition. And, oh boy.
It strips it all down to the actual core of what we all are. Like, most people could give an absolute flying fuck about what's the protocol. Well, nobody cares. What they care about the protocol is, does it have enough of a narrative for more people to buy in, right? So like, meme coins just strip it all down to the purest of degenerate gambling. That's what it is. It's nothing more than that. It doesn't ever need to be more than that. And he must have some smart people around him, or maybe some dumb people, depending on how you look at it, that are just like, listen, man, like, it's your name, it's your likeness. You don't have to pay property taxes on this. You don't need to insure it. You don't have people walking through the doors that can slip and fall. You don't have vendors. You literally just launch a token, put your name to it, and you just sit back. Talk about it every once in a while.
Yeah. We're going to get a pullback, right?
Burn. I'm curious, you know, like with these LA fires, like shifting it a little bit, right? But when you were just talking about, Henry, like I've been looking at these LA fires, and the first thing that went through my mind as I'm seeing all these videos of like the devastation is, I hope they kept their seed phrase safe. You know?
Bro.
Right. Can you imagine how many people lost stuff? And even then, like the people that did keep their seed phrases, like I've seen people come up and be like, I lost precious art, mementos, my car, all this stuff. Not your crypto though, if you kept your seed phrase, you know, intact.
Do you think that we will ever see a day? I would assume we could. So like you go to your bank and you have safe deposit boxes, right? Do you think that we'll ever have outside of banks, crypto key storage facilities, armed guards, and boxes for you to store for that exact reason? You know, 30-hour fire ratings.
Man. That's expensive, and again, it's probably going to cost a pretty penny. I like the idea more of like social recovery, right? Of like you naming people that can vouch for you and verify your persona. That with some type of like, I don't want to say world coin, but you know, maybe some type of biometric where you can have like it's like a multi-sig, right? But you just need certain people to sign off on certain level of transactions. You can set those thresholds off, and if something ever happens, you could just be like, these people can verify me and they are my seed phrase, you know?
Bro, I love that. Yeah.
We want to avoid those big mega structures, you know? Again, I've always found them really intriguing and cool, but they must cost a lot of money, and it's just too much overhead.
By the way, I want to put up on screen who my my guests / co-hosts are right now. Especially motherfucking my younger brother Henry the Grape. There's people watching on YouTube who may be tuning in for the first time, and you should definitely subscribe and follow and be paying attention. We are very early to everything. I know you're catching the Trump conversation now, but if you look back through the videos, if you've heard about, let's say, these AI tokens, you're going to find that we were talking about the GOAT Truth Terminal ecosystem day one. Day one, literally day one, 7 mil market cap. That thing ran to what, 700 mil?
I think 6 mil is where it was called.
And it's everything, Moodang, every single thing. We are early.
Moodang,
and if we miss
Peanut.
a token, we're talking about it at least. We're talking about it. It's on your radar. If you want to get hear about the hottest things out here, man, I'm sorry. We'll toot our own horn for now. You're going to hear about it as early as anywhere right here. Henry the Great.
By the way, like, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm just putting you up on the screen so people can see. You can follow him.
I was just thinking, like, back into the summer or whatever, like Mother, Peanut, Moodang, GOAT, not Luna. What was the Vatican's?
Dude, Luce.
Luce.
Yeah.
There has been so many shitters that were called on the show very early, not 6-figure market caps.
Dude, it's been this like unrelenting stream of hot things and hot metas and things that cycle in and out. And I'm sorry, dude, again, every single day, 7 days a week, we are talking about it here. You're not going to miss it. I can promise you that. You're not going to miss it if you're listening here. Confusion, you're still up here, right?
Yeah, I'm still up here.
All right, I got to ask you. I'm trying to get everybody to say it. I need Nifty to get his ass online too, because I want him still to say the words. But Confusion, did the Trump thing change your thoughts on this cycle at all?
No, it didn't change my thoughts. I was already pretty bullish anyway, so I don't know. It was unexpected, but it didn't. It's not surprised me that he's launched this token and how well it's doing. Like I'm getting normies like messaging me about it already, asking how to buy it. Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a sign. Okay, I had throughout this cycle, I had one normie message me, and that was a sign to me. I get people that tune into the show and they'll DM me and they'll ask some questions. I'm like, okay, there's a sign. There's new people coming in. But I had one person IRL that messaged me and was just asking how it was going and asked about a coin. I'm like, all right, it's a good sign we're back. But that's different than this. I am expecting all kinds of texts now. This is different. This is definitely We can say this is the official start of the bull, like the great part of the bull. Is that now? I'm gonna say yeah. I'm saying yeah.
Oh,
it looks like it does feel like it is. Yeah.
So Henry, now that we have you here, what do you think are the possibilities of him saying those magic words, strategic reserve, Bitcoin currency, whether it's when he's sworn in or in the first 1 or 2 weeks that he takes office?
Yeah, like 100%. Maybe 99, just to give the chance that it's not.
Please, Henry.
Dude, who would have thought, right? Like with all of the issues that are happening right now, or that were such big topics, border wars going on. You have a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas that I think Hamas came out and said was like Trump was like kind of instrumental in it. But the thing that's making the news before his inauguration is crypto. I think it's I think the odds are massive, man. Like
I like that.
It's at the forefront, right? Like it's not like, hey, I know the border stuff matters to him, but like that this is even in his mind, 3 days before he's taken office, I think is just it's bullish as fuck. Yeah.
He's only doing something like this if he knows the way that he's going to shape policy or try to shape policy around crypto. We've mentioned a few times that it is a national security thing. It is. And so all policies will be built with that in mind. And this motherfucker knows how to get ahead of a thing. He definitely does.
Dude, let's ask Biggie, because I feel like he would have good thoughts on this. And we talked before you were on about the strategic reserve, and if the U.S. is going to buy up 1 million Bitcoin. I think, who do you reference that? Like 200,000 a year for 5 years, right, potentially. Yep. So if the U.S. is buying up a million, what's your short list of countries that you think jump in after we do?
After or before, man? I think if he says either. That, like, he's not going to be even done saying that sentence before some of these places. I would imagine there's some countries that are like El Salvador that's already pretty crypto savvy. I'm sure they're already buying instead of just mining, right? But I mean, top countries, of course, like China, fucking Russia, German. I mean, everybody who wouldn't, if the leader of the free world says strategic reserve countries, I don't think they're going to dilly-dally. I mean, the smarter ones are already setting up, the funds, the wallet, everything, getting ready to buy. They might already, again, if we're having these conversations, Henry, I can only imagine they are as well, right? Because if he utters those words, I think it's a land grab, right? It's a land rush to just suck up all the Bitcoin out there as soon as possible, because there's not a lot of it out there, right? And the people that are already set up to mine it are probably going to be the biggest benefactors. But whatever's out there, I don't know. If you if you have some sell orders, I would probably be canceling them right now, right? Because I do think it's only a matter of time before just, no price is low enough. And many of these countries and foreign banks are just going to try to get their hands on it as much as possible. So
what's the percentage that you would give to how much of the supply you think could get eaten up by world powers?
Oh my God. I mean, first of all, how much of it is really out there for sale? I haven't looked, but I don't think it's much, right, Henry? I mean, Bitcoin maxis are notorious for being very tight-fisted with their fucking Bitcoin, to the point that we've had the argument of Bitcoin maxis actually spending their Bitcoin on Ordinals, right? Which I am now prominently in your camp and Huda's, where, yeah, if he says this, spending your Bitcoin for a fucking quantum cat or whatever is going to be, meaningless if you're a Bitcoin whale. But I don't think there's a lot of it out there for sale, especially for world banks or countries. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's minuscule. I think it would be gobbled up really fast, and then we would really have that crazy supply crunch where, I don't know, a Bitcoin could easily go 500K to a million in a matter of days.
I'm going to play a clip here in a quick second, but, okay, I don't know this for sure because I'm retardio, but hang on, let me get this set up. Breaking news! Ladies and gentlemen, Solana has hit a brand new all-time high, $262. That's what Trump does for an ecosystem. Better believe that's coming to Ethereum with World Liberty Financial. Better fucking believe it. But there we go, a record-breaking day here in many ways, but we can say at the very least for a meme coin and for Solana all-time high. Solana market cap. Solana price or market cap, guys, by the way, Christian. Either way, fucking massive. I'm going to play an audio clip real quick, too. This, I had it on the screen before, but I want to play the audio. This is at the crypto ball last night, I believe. This is the crypto czar, David Sachs. That's probably really quiet. We'll do it again.
The reign of terror against crypto is over. And the beginning of innovation in America for crypto has just begun.
Man, guys, innovation brings speculation, and we know what happens when people speculate over here. This is not going to stop. It's not going to slow down. In fact, I think this was just like, the starting gun. I think it's just starting. We're going to get builders here going crazy, coming up with all kinds of creative, clever shit, and they build and they tokenize it, and every single one that gets attention, man, we've now tokenized that attention, and we're fucking buying and trading it, and man, I don't think anybody's got any idea how big this is going to get. But whatever you think it is, go ahead. Predict the highest you can imagine. It's going to be bigger than that. It is.
It's like the end of prohibition, right? And I guess anybody that's been playing in crypto before that is the insiders, the bootleggers.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, anybody that's here right now should have an edge. When it comes to playing this eco, if you've been, building up your network and you're part of really good communities like this one, you have such an edge over people for the next, 6 months to a year. It's going to be nuts.
Dude, truly, like fucking nuts. Can't even quantify it. Just know the feeling. I know the feeling, and I know that it just started, and it's going to, man. Guys, I got to say again still, if you missed it, literally don't worry. Don't even think about it. This is like an indicator of what's coming. It's an indicator of the time we're in here. And when something like this happens, when you got conditions that allow this to happen, guys, it happens everywhere. That same magic is recreated 100 times over. Man, you didn't miss anything. The fact that you're even here watching the thing means you didn't miss it. You missed the one play. There's 5,000 more plays coming here over the next year or two. 5,000, probably more.
I think you could argue you just missed the opening ceremony.
There you go.
Like the events haven't begun.
You missed Trump walking into the building. Is all.
Yeah. Like that's it. Like the 100-meter dash hasn't started. The decathlon, like the games were just opened up. So like it's okay. We got a long road ahead, and there's going to be a lot of these types of events happening. Any and everywhere, whether it's art, whether it's ordinals, whether it's ETH NFTs, whether it's meme coins, it's gonna be neurotic, I think.
Yep. Speaking of art, guys, you probably need to be positioning into things that haven't quite started yet, and I think Bitcoin ordinals, I'm incredibly bullish on. Well, by the way, meme coins, I think we're about to see a meme coin cycle, not the AI stuff, although that'll do great. This might have kicked off another run or another phase of just pure meme coins. So watch for that stuff to bubble up. It already was the past week or two just starting, but maybe meme coins kick into high gear again. But I am just continuing to look over in especially ordinals. I think it's going to be a heavy Bitcoin cycle. A lot of that stuff is about the cheapest I've seen it in, months at the very least, but the fact that Bitcoin puppets and node monks are like 0.09 now, that's incredibly low for those things. Node monks had gotten to 0.9 Bitcoin at their peak, and that was not in a bull cycle. That was with very few users over there compared to what we see on ETH and Solana. I have no doubt, just like no doubt about how big this is going to get. I have no doubt about how big ordinals is going to get. So you definitely want to stay plugged in there and watch and learn if you're not that familiar already. And you can learn that stuff here. We talk about it every single day, that ordinals ecosystem. But art, we're going to see a very serious shift back to art. We are. Similar to last cycle, the Beeple $69 million sale. Art's going to
roll his Trump. I just saw one dude roll his Trump coin profits into a really nice hoodie pump.
Yep.
I mean, and we just saw one sell for 150 ETH. You know, like this week. It's I don't know, man. Can you imagine everything from X copy to squiggles to
Biggie,
shit like that?
Biggie, here you go.
I can't wait.
Leading indicators are punk sales and big art sales. We saw 27 crypto punk sales 2 days ago in a 24-hour period. We saw 27 sales, which is great. That's not moving the needle much yet because we saw, let's say 6-8 months ago, we saw a day with like 100+ punk sales. We're going to see a major run on crypto punks. We are. And we're going to see a major art run. Those are the indicators that NFT season, it's go time. That happens first. This week, we saw 2 big art sales. Both of them were like $600,000 and $700,000. One for an X copy edition, and an edition of 10 sold for like $700,000. And then we saw a Lost Robbie sale, which is one of the most iconic art NFTs we have in here, period. It's AI, and it's like early NFT lore. Again, $600,000 to $700,000. So people are loading up their NFT bags. And man, I'll tell you guys too, we have not had an art cycle in years, since 2022. Last time we saw an art meta where it wasn't just bubbling up, it was full on, everything was art. We are going to see that. We're finally going to see an art meta. I can feel this very strongly. And we've never had a Bitcoin Ordinals bull market. We haven't. I think those, and this is just my thought, and it's some hopium, but I think it'll play out. I think we're going to see those two converge, and we see an art meta combined with an Ordinals meta. We also have Beeple who said he wants to mint on Bitcoin. The UX wasn't ready for him earlier in the year. Just said he wasn't there yet, but he wants to. We're going to see all these combined, and I think art on Bitcoin gonna fucking explode. So, again, I'll just drop these nuggets. We'll get more in depth on those kind of topics during some of our live streams, but I want you guys to start looking over there if you're not yet. Biggie, you got bags packed. Even like you still haven't really dove into the Bitcoin ecosystem, have you?
No, I continue to dabble and buy here and there. I'm nowhere near as in the trenches as you are. But I'm pumped for everybody that's involved in the space in general. I think, there's money to be made everywhere. You know how I feel like about spending my Bitcoin. So literally, like I took a certain amount, and maybe I didn't place the right bets early on with nodes and pups and quantum cats, but whenever I do, I focus mostly on art. Although I will say, recently I did mint a PFP project that seems to be doing all right, and I only did it because it's close to my genre at heart, and it was like the owls. Yes. I forget. I don't even fucking know what they're
Henry minted those,
or whatever, but. Yeah, I have a couple of those, which I was like, oh, that would be hilarious if these are the ones that absolutely fucking moon, as opposed to, those other ones which shall not be named. But I'm still eyeing them, and I've been seeing your posts, Huda, and as usual, they fill me with some FOMO, but I'm still I just feel too comfortable just holding the asset itself, Bitcoin, right? Like Henry was saying here, I think owning Bitcoin is just a cut above everything else, yes. And so that's always been my theory, and even more so seeing what's going on now. It's like, no, I'm not parting with that whatsoever. And so most of my other plays are in other more obscure ecosystems and stuff like that. And I think as we move forward, really like a good chunk of it is going to flow into AI plays, which have been treating me very nicely. And I do think they're going to do really well.
I love it, dude. Somebody in the chat asking thoughts on Pengu. There's very little I'm more bullish on than Pengu. I think it's an easy buy. I will say again, it's not financial advice, but I'm giving my personal, my common sense, however I want to say it, where it's the right thing to say, that kind of advice, experience. Pengu is, and I've said all along, I think going to be as big or bigger than Sheeb. That's the level I think Pengu gets to. I think it's an easy buy when it's 1.7 bill market cap, when I think it's really going to hit 10, 12, 15 bill. Biggest NFT project, got the most brand recognition. It's everywhere. It's on like fucking Instagram and TikTok and Giphy. It's got billions and billions and billions of views. They've got 2 games coming out this year, 2 games that are going to have mass appeal. They got toys in stores everywhere. I think they got an animation and movie deal kind of stuff in the works too. And not to even mention, guys, they have a blockchain that's launching in the next week or 2, and I think Pengu holders are going to get a drop or a claim for that token too, the abstract token. I can't. There's very few plays in this space easier than Pengu. That simple. I love it. I've got a big bag of it. I think it's going to absolutely cook. So there's the play. I'm planning on to, after being in Pengu, I'm going to get out of Pengu, and if I can time it right, get into the Magic Eden token. I think that's a big dark horse here. I think it's going to cook because they're launching a DEX. I think Magic Eden token is going to soar this year. And then that brings us back to the Ordinals ecosystem. Ordinals and Runes, because Magic Eden, I think, is going to do so well. Well, that's the place you go buy Ordinals and Runes, and I think all that stuff's going to cook too. Why is LP token not burnt for Trump? Are we talking about the 80%? I'm not sure what the LP token is, but if I'm picturing the 80% or so or whatever, and the insiders holding token, I don't think there's any burns coming. I don't think there's any burns coming in that Trump ecosystem. That's definitely Trump and team and friends and fam holding some tokens. Those boys are going to eat, but they can't start eating for 3 months. So for now, hopefully up only. Certainly hoping so. What about the Trump token? Will it be 100?
No, I think he's probably talking about the liquidity pool token, because usually that'll get burned.
Explain that to me. I don't know about that.
Well, like if they created the liquidity pool for it, so equal parts Solana and Trump, then they get an LP token, and then usually that gets burned.
Oh shit! Yeah, I had no idea. Had no idea. What does that token represent? Like their money in the pool?
The pair. It's like their pair.
So it's letting the community kind of take over. They're now the pool. Is that like a good faith thing that they do for the community? Like, hey, we don't need that.
Because I think there's a lot of tokens that ultimately get locked up in there. You have a pair that represents that, and I think it's typically just burned out of the gate.
Okay. Hey, shit, dude. I've been in this stuff for years, and I'll never bullshit you guys. Like, if I don't know what I'm going to ask, because if I'm asking, other people got to know too. I never knew that. Learned something today, so that's cool. All right, what else we got? Market cap down to $6 billion, so 5.9. So people as you should expect, guys taking profits. They should. Guys are up big here, big. I mean, I know people already that have changed their lives just on this thing in the past 12 hours. A guy's given his notice that I know, given his notice to work on Monday. Other guys I know that are well into the 5 and 6 figures profits on this thing. GG's to them. Like, I'm so fucking happy for people who are really making moves here. And may it be us next. And I think it will be. Anything else going on you guys want to chat about? Otherwise, I think I might wrap this up. We've been going a minute. I need to do this more, too, by the way. The spaces at the same time and more frequently.
This has been so much fun. Just hanging out here with you guys while I lick my wounds for missing this shit.
I love it. Yeah, we got to do this more. But yeah, Biggie, always a treat getting you up here. Let me think. I'll put the bull back on your radar, guys. An agent powered by CryptoSlam AI Launchpad. Really spicy shit coming here, and he's giving away his token for free right now, guys. He is. So follow the bull AI. Tweet at him. He's going to throw you trivia.
Okay, so is there any alpha? Do I need to piss him off? Is that it? Is that like I feel like you programmed it, Huda, and there's like some sort of keyword or phrase that I need to use, like maybe it's ordinals or something.
Well,
and then he'll respond.
You can try. Okay, so if he likes you, he's going to send you tokens. If he gives you the trivia and you answer it, he'll send you tokens. He should be responding to you, though, and if not, I just assume the rate limit or something. And so in 3 hours, rate limit gets reset, and he'll start tweeting again. So just try him again. He should be replying and chatting to you. So definitely try it again. Definitely try it again if you have, if you can. But about a week left for people to farm those tokens off him for free. So I recommend that, and then check out the light paper Slam AI. .xyz again, Launchpad coming and spicy shit. You can follow me at Huda_idiot on X. Stream 7 days a week here on Inside NFTs. If you're on X, the spaces now, I'm also on YouTube every day. So you can find me Inside NFTs over there. And what else? Look at if we got anything else. CryptoSlam.io. Definitely follow us over there. That is my family. That is my home. That is where I also stream almost daily as well. So follow CryptoSlam.io. Motherfuckers, what a day. Like a milestone day. This is a day we'll remember when we go back and think through all our time in the space. It will be, what is it, January 17th, 18th, 2025, a milestone.
The kickoff, for sure.
Yeah.
It's the kickoff.
Dude, it really fucking is. And I think Monday's going to be another milestone day. It's like, this is just a really special time. So, guys, like a real fucking pleasure doing this with you. And I love you, boys. Guys, have a great freaking day, too. I'll be back live tomorrow morning, same time, 8 a.m. Eastern time. Again, Inside NFTs. Have a great day, guys. Have a great freaking day.
Appreciate you, Huda. Take it easy, everybody.
We'll see you, fam.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Have a good weekend, guys. Peace.